Right.
Bing, bing.
Boop, boop, boop. I'm ready to go whenever y'all are ready.
I'm ready.
For a
Okay.
miracle.
Are you ready for a miracle? Ready as I can be. No.
Ow!
Okay. All right. My,
Video.
I'm glad my robot still works. Um. Okay. So to recap what happened last time, your party, having found themselves within the bowels of Crankshaft Hold, face to face with a terrifying Illithid who you knew as Dr. Zex, the same Illithid that it was trying to conduct the ritual underneath Crossroads to perform some sort of resurrection on Bjorn Stormoak's corpse. You did battle with him, ultimately destroying him and the automaton that he had summoned to his protection. Afterward, you managed to get your way into the prototype vault of the Ojerahan Company, finding a number of curious artifacts, but most crucially, you found the vaccine for the Madness Plague. You immediately administered it to Jack, who had apparently caught the plague, uh, at which point, in gratitude, he agreed to essentially call off his bounty on you, and in turn, gave you some information about who might be employing him. Afterward, you proceeded even further into the Ojerahan's vault, having a few encounters with your doppelgangers, who seem to be trying to delay you from reaching the deep dig site. Ultimately, you did reach the deep dig site to find that your doppelgangers had to apparently leave the area before they had a chance to recover the key themselves. You managed to get within what looked to be a command post or observation post of sorts, where you encountered Hiraith's father, Doris Steelsong, who himself had been hit with this Magnus Plague. You cured him, and then proceeded on a rapid elevator lift up to a hangar where Doris' pride and joy, the vessel he had been working on for the last 10 years, the Elaine, an airship, the first of its kind, was docked. In a desperate act of a last-ditch attempt to recover the key, you were confronted by the two Ajera siblings, Cole and Ola, and while at the same time, Hiraith was betrayed by her own brother, Mogram.
Boo.
Mogram managed to escape.
Ooh.
With the aid of Jack, you managed to get rid of the Ojeras, move past the Afflicted and the various Crimson Harbingers that had showed up to block your way and fight you. And in a daring escape, you managed to get out of Crankshaft Hold on the airship and sail out into the open skies. And that is where we're picking up.
Well, you know what
So.
they say. When one door closes, another one opens.
Wow.
There's only one door.
So, as you coast freely above the Sapphire Highlands, the terrors of Crankshaft Hold receding behind you, you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Doris sighs and falls back into the captain's chair behind the helm. He rubs his eyes groggily, and then with a start, he looks up, his gaze darting rapidly around the ship's deck. Finally, he looks to Hiraith. Hiraith, where's Mogram? Where's your brother?
Real quick, I'm trying to remember where we left off. I was still bound and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I teleported myself when I was
You weren't
still
teleported.
bound.
No, you didn't. You
Oh,
got
did somebody
untied
cut
by
me where you
Ellen.
ran?
Ellen cut you where you grabbed Goff and Dimension Doored onto the ship.
Okay. Okay, putting myself back in this time.
So he looks at you expectantly. He says, "Where is your brother?"
Damn fool, son of a bitch! Ended up.
Watch your mouth. Don't talk about your mother that way.
Oh. Well. you know what I mean, Dad. You tried to. I was helping him, and I turned my back for 1 second, and he grabs my hands and puts me on the ground, and he tries to leave me behind for those things.
He did what?
I'm just as surprised as you are, even though I guess I shouldn't.
Did he say anything?
He said that it was going to be his time now.
My city now.
Dora just sort of puts his head into his hands, and he's just shaking his head. It's my fault.
How is it your fault?
I should have known it was all my fault. The night you left for Arcadia, Malgrim and I had a falling out. We argued. He accused me of never caring about him, of always looking out for you, enabling your ambitions, but never his. And I suppose he was right in a way. I saw an anger in him that reminded me of myself in my youth, and I was afraid of what he might become if I let him go off on his own, and I thought I could keep him home. Just long enough to cool off, get a more level-headed as an adult, and apparently I was not strong enough to keep him here. He's always been jealous of you, Heraith. I should have been a better father. He just sort of looks down.
Regardless of that, how he decided to respond to all of this is on him. There are other ways you can make your way in the world without screwing over the people that screwing over your family.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Family is the most important thing, but I don't think he ever saw it that way. I think when you went off to Arcadia, he took that as the final straw. He said that he too had talents, and why should you go off and he should be left in this backwater town, as he called it, to languish. And we argued into the wee hours, and at the end of it, he just packed up a few things. He said to me he would be the one to unlock the power of our lineage, not you, and then he left. And that was the last I saw of him until just in this last hour.
What does that mean? The power of our lineage?
The blood of steel song?
He mentioned that earlier. I didn't know what he was talking.
Well, there's a fable, there's a tale of the legendary warrior Skald, a leader of the Dwarven people, who rises up among one of our bloodline every 300 years. My grandfather, your great-grandfather, Dagald Steelsong, was the last one. There was a time I thought it might be me, but that never came true. And now Malgrim thinks it might be him. He might be right.
Well, if that's true, there's no justice in the world. It's going about it the right shitty way.
It may be true, but the title is ultimately passed to the one who is most worthy. The power of the bloodline can run in any number of descendants. He may have it, you may have it. How that may manifest is yet to be seen. It's different for everyone.
I see.
No one is quite sure in our family why us, or where it came from, but it is an ancient magic, a magic before the era of magic in our realm.
Old. It's old
It's
magic.
old magic.
Old as balls. So old. Sorry.
Thank you.
Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Could still be back there for no. If he was working for the Ojeras, he could be in league with someone far more terrible.
The Ojeras did have my son's soul stone.
We've had them running ins with their people in the past, aiding other various unseemly types across the realm.
If you're familiar with the old Chancellor of Arcadia, perhaps you're familiar with the name Medici.
Name is vaguely rings a bell. It might have been one of Stonebrook's old Shadowing companions, but I mostly dealt with Furin. He is a
Ah,
friend of mine.
then you were lucky.
It's been a long day. There should be quarters below. If you have any idea where you'd like me to take us, I can steer us in that direction.
Yeah, did you have any
Oh,
idea
airship.
of where we were going?
Do we want to return the key to Arcadia first, or do we want to head out?
Do you think it'll be okay? If we leave Crankshaft alone for a little bit.
Oh, how many people does it look like this place can hold?
You're asking the ship? If the ship,
Well,
what the ship can
yes. How
It's
big?
it's a big ship. It's
Oh,
about.
yeah,
Hold on, I can tell you in a bit. It's about like 150 feet across, and at the widest point, probably about 50 feet across.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big ship.
Yeah, wow.
Hmm. Is it like evacuation big?
No, there are thousands of people in Crankshaft Hold that would not be able to hold this.
No, I mean not crankshaft hold to like. Can we evacuate people to crankshaft hold?
Oh, what do you mean from Firepoint?
Yes.
They already got out.
There's no, but they already got out.
Oh yeah, they
We
did.
already did that.
Okay.
We got.
Sorry.
Yeah, we
Yes.
convinced all of them to
Like
leave.
Right.
that was like days ago.
That was yeah.
A lot
It was
happened
like 3 or
since
4
then.
days ago.
Many things have happened. I'm sorry. I have.
Many things, that boy.
My brain is not all the way on, I guess.
That's fine.
We need to go someplace where we can manufacture more of this cure, right?
Well, then we would probably have to turn around, go right back to Crankshaft.
We need to let them know about the Ojeras too.
That's true.
I mean,
Do we still? Do we still not have a transportation circle in
we
Crankshaft?
don't.
You didn't grab that one yet, no.
No, we
Man,
didn't find
okay.
it.
Mm.
Maybe we can arrange a little exchange. But
Sounds like a sound plan.
so I guess we're turning around.
I feel like we need to deal with what's going on there before we go.
Hmm.
All right, well, I'll turn the ship around. Why don't you
This is going to be a little bit awkward, but
head down below decks and get some rest?
Don't have to tell me twice.
As you are all beginning to make your way down toward the bowels of the ship, a voice booms out above the whipping winds from the aft. What a touching scene.
uh,
But
Oh
I believe you have something I desire.
Shields up. Hammer out.
You all turn around in unison toward the sound to find Cole Ojera hovering slightly behind the Elaine, his arms outstretched. His gray three-piece suit is in tatters. There is blood trickling down the side of his face, but he still stares at you with a wide grin full of pointed, sharp teeth. Hand over the key. I will ask only once.
The whomst?
go fuck
Goth.
yourself.
Goff just like a cartoonish shrug, like a really elaborate one. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You see his body kind of quiver a little bit with a very barely concealed rage. And he closes his eyes. Very well.
I'm putting myself between
And my
door
wings
and
are out, by the way.
Okay.
Just
I'm putting myself between door and this dude. By the way,
Yeah, I'm getting on the
I'm
broom
covering
and sending
him.
We
tackle
will
below
do
decks.
this the hard way.
Do I
Oh,
have a
that's what
second- do I have a
Medici
second
said.
Do I have a second for a bonus action?
No. This is
Oh,
happening very...
man.
He passes his hand over his face. And when he moves it away, you see a single bloodshot eye in the center of his forehead.
Oh.
His body begins to distort, the skin growing leathery as nodules appear across it. The suit rips as the body grows larger and tears away from it as Cole grows bigger and rounder. The nodules lengthen, turning
No.
into fleshy stalks.
no!
each with an eye.
no!
The former
Oh.
humanoid widens its terrible, sharp maw at you and glares at you through a
No.
single
Oh,
central
no.
eyeball in the center of its bulbous form.
I should have guessed.
The monstrous creature roars, "I am Kolsk the Unraveler, and I will be your end." And
Oh my
with
god.
that, I'm going to need y'all to roll initiative.
Oh.
Put yourself where you want on the map.
You know what they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Ah.
Oh wait. Oh, so he's
I was
there.
talking
Okay.
to, and then we started walking. So
Hey,
I'll
guess
be,
what?
like,
Guess what?
Here.
Yeah.
You didn't think you
Yeah.
were getting out of this without a boss fight, did you?
Well, I thought that the boss fight was just the illithid, but it was like easier than usual.
I've forgotten
I was-
what these guys do. They have a cone.
Oh baby, 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 nat 20 on the initiative.
Baby, 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 baby.
Baby, 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 put me on that big 2-0.
2-0. It's just a solid 2-0 for...
I don't have a modifier.
I gotta get
Got
Roscoe.
a 10
on here.
dex.
Oh, Roscoe. Is that everyone?
Rosso, what's that?
I rolled a 3.
Rosso's not gonna be able to do much with that thing floating out in the air like that.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard. Okay. Is that everyone? Did I get everyone? Ellen, Wraith, Sissel. Okay. Okay, Sissel. As you are staring at this large bulbous beholder hovering beyond the aft of the ship, what are you doing?
Everything makes so much more sense now. I'm in my room. Is it working?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start off strong.
Oh, you know it's acid.
Well, you know it's
Oh,
acid.
you know it's acid.
Alright, so he's got to roll a dexterity saving throw. That is a total of 13. So you
Yes!
Hell yes.
Starting off
Okay.
strong with Sissel.
Splash.
Sissel Blackwell, fuck him up.
You
Yeah.
hover up on your broom and you launch a ball of corrosive acid toward this creature. It clips him on the side, corroding a lot of the leathery exterior of his tentacles, and he just hisses at you. And he is gonna, at the end of your, are you done with your turn? You
I'm
have anything else
I'm
you
gonna careen around and sort of hide behind this sail.
want? Okay. That's gonna be your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Ooh.
He is gonna, at the end of your turn, use a legendary action.
Oh boy.
Fire off an eye ray.
Boy, here it
Oh
goes.
boy.
Okay, which one is this? Which one is this? Oh, okay. So, ooh. He looks down at the dog that's on the deck,
Oh no.
and he says to himself, and he looks around at all of you, and he says, "I believe I can whittle down the battlefield." And he's going to fire a telekinetic ray at Roscoe. Roscoe has to make a strength saving throw.
Roscoe. If Roscoe was flying off this ship, I will quit this video game.
Fortunately, Roscoe rolled a 16, which is just what he needed.
Oh.
So you see this telekinetic ray arc out from one of his eye stalks and hit Roscoe, and Roscoe seems to struggle against this field of telekinesis that is pulling him, and he shrugs it off at the end. That brings us to Goff.
Okay. I'm gonna start off strong too.
Okay.
Nice.
At least I'm gonna try to. Let me check my spell real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Goth's gonna. The tattoos on his right arm holding his hammer are gonna glow, are gonna like illuminate from the shoulder up to the hand, and he's gonna hold his hand up and pull light from the sky above, and he's going to channel into a javelin shape, and he's gonna throw a guiding bolt at 3rd level
Okay.
right at this thing's eye. I mean,
Roll an attack as you're channeling this divine energy into your
Nat
hand.
18.
That is.
That's not even the modifier. That's just an 18.
That hits. That definitely hits. Roll damage.
That's a 4d6 or 66 because I roll 3rd level. Do I have? And then there's anything else I add to the damage? I don't think there is, but I'm gonna double check. Yeah, just 66 radiant damage. And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Yep. So roll that beautiful damage.
Oh god, where did that dice go? I lost count of how many dice this has been. 26.
26 damage.
26.
Nice.
As you
Radiant damage.
As you hurl a bolt of divine energy at this creature, his entire bulbous form lighting up with the radiant energies of Eldath, he roars in fury as he stares at you. And he's at the end of your turn. You done?
I'm gonna also cast. What do I have for bonus? Sissel, how much HP do you have?
I'm good on HP.
What's that?
I have about like 47 HP. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. I
Still pretty spry.
I'm trying to like capitalize because I don't want to waste any shit on this dude. How is it gonna work with since the ship is moving, right? It's moving. So how does that work with like floating stuff or stuff that's not like affixed to the ship?
Why are you asking?
Well, like if I wanted to summon like a spiritual weapon, will it float with us or will it go?
Yes, I'm for the purposes of this fight, I'm not worrying about like stuff floating. I mean, technically, he would not be able to float with the ship, but I think it's more this way if you're having an airship battle.
Oh, you know what I can do is I'm gonna use my bonus. I can just summon my healing spirit. I'm gonna put that down. So bring that little light out.
Oh, I gotta find that
Bring
fucking
out
light.
that little boy.
Is it possible just to make it like a?
I wish I could bookmark them, but I can't.
Can't you do like a character sheet just for the light, just to have it on like a list, and then I can pick it up. I can. Well, I guess I can't. Maybe I can't place it on the map. Never mind.
Yeah.
But then when it's on the
gonna-
map, you would
So
have
let
it.
me give this to you.
I'm gonna summon that, and that's a level 2 spell, so -3.
Okay. So you have that, and you can place that where you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess my casting range is 60 feet. I'm gonna start it out just on Ellen.
Okay. Ellen's on the ground still, right? You're still on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start it out on Ellen just because I see her immediately because Sissel's kind of far back than there. And then so I'm just gonna roll 3 HP for you right off the bat, and then and I'll just that's my turn. Yep.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he is going to use his second legendary action to fire off another eye ray.
Okay.
Okay, which one is that?
I
Okay.
hate this.
Who's he firing at?
You'll see in a second. Right, this beam is coming for you.
Oh
And
boy.
You see a sort of a light lavender beam fired toward you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
18.
You succeed as
Hell yeah.
you feel a lethargy start to come over you, and you just shrug it off as you kind of wake up again.
Slap my
Belated
face.
hooray.
That is going to bring us to his turn. He's now on his full turn going to
Oh boy.
float a little bit this way, and he is going to fire off 3 beams.
That's bad.
Hold on. Rolled. Okay. All right. Ooh, okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. So. Okay. Another lavender beam fires at Hiraith.
Oh.
Another beam, a sort of a bluish beam fires at Roscoe, and then a greenish beam fires at Goff. And Hiraith and Roscoe both need to make a wisdom saving throws. Goff, you need to make a dexterity save.
That's not great.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
17.
You just succeed. Let me see what happens. Hiraith, you failed. I got to roll
course.
Roscoe.
Ugh.
Roscoe failed.
Poke me awake.
So, here's what happens. Hiraith, you are overcome once more by this lethargy. You immediately fall asleep on the ground. Roscoe is hit with this blue beam, and he starts shaking and cowering in fear. He's now considered frightened. Goff, this beam, this greenish, sickly-looking beam.
It's a
which
green beam.
You've seen this kind of
Yeah.
beam
I know.
before. You've seen Anna use it. You just barely dodge out of the way as this disintegration beam flies past your head and hits some of the woodwork and just turns it into ash. And that's going to be his turn.
That's bad.
Hiraith, you are currently asleep. You can't do anything. Someone's going to have to wake you up.
Oh, can't roll anything when you're asleep?
No. The only way that the target can reawaken is if they take damage,
Roscoe.
or if another creature uses an action to wake them up.
Can I
Well, I
just
don't-
lose my turn 100%?
Yes,
Done.
you want. Yeah. Roscoe.
Roscoe can't get near you.
Yeah.
He's afraid.
Well, fear.
How
He
do
can't
you
move.
do
He can't move
He
towards
can
the source of fear.
Yeah, he can reroll at the end of his.
Can he
turn.
bark at me to wake me? No.
No, he has to use his action to shake you awake. He
Uh,
can't get near you. So really, what he can do is sort of like, you see Roscoe sort of backing down the stairs in fear a little bit. He's going to use his, at the end of his turn, try to roll another wisdom saving throw to beat it. He beats it. So he just sort of, he gets out of eyesight of the thing, he shakes it off, and he's feeling better about himself. Ellen, that brings us to you.
Okay,
God.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to give this guy a once over.
Okay. Let me. So you rolled a 16 total.
I only
let's
rolled
see.
a 4.
Does he have a deception bone? No, he doesn't. So. Oh, I only rolled a 4. Okay. I basically have to roll pretty high anyway. It's a 10 plus 3. Does not beat it. So.
Okay. God.
Next attack has advantage, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
It's like my guiding bolt. So next time they hit it, it has
Yes.
Well-
It has advantage, so that will basically cancel out sharpshooter.
Yeah. That does not hit.
Oh, come on!
No. As you take careful aim, and your arrow, however, just deflects harmlessly off of its very leathery hide. It seems like it has a very thick natural armor. Sissel, that brings us back to you.
Does the advantage go away now, or is it still there?
It goes away because that's
Damn.
the turn.
Okay.
Ellen used it to try to get advantage and not get advantage. So. not hit. Okay, that brings us to Sissel.
Okay. I'm gonna take a chance on life. I'm gonna peek out from behind the thing and see what happens. And then I'm gonna dart back behind the sails, but like in a different place this time.
Okay. Are you going to attack? Oh, you're just slowing?
Solo.
Slow. Okay. So let me see what his saving throw modifier is. It's a 13 plus 7. So it's a 20.
Shit! Oh, it's got a big.
Yeah, they have big
I
saving
had a
throws.
feeling that wouldn't work, but it was worth trying anyway.
Okay. So is there anything else you're going to do?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, so, Goff, before we get to you, Ellen, as you are, are your wings out? Are you hovering anywhere, or are you just sort of on the deck?
My wings are out, but like, I don't want to be above the ground.
Okay, so you're just on the deck right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're standing there, from behind you, you hear this sort of sound, like the sound of something sticky attaching to the side of the ship.
Ugh.
God.
And as you look over toward the railing, you see this white translucent substance like webbing sticking to it.
Ah, dude, gross.
And pulling herself over the side of the ship, you see Ola Ojera pulling herself over the side of the railing. She stands on the ship glaring at you. Her blue business suit is in ruins. Her red hair is disheveled, flowing freely in the wind that's whipping around you as you sail through the highlands. And as you watch, her form begins to transform. The skin becoming black, her hair a stark white, and her lower torso enlarges, growing rapidly into several spindly legs out of a bulbous abdomen. And you find yourself looking over at the familiar half-woman, half-spider form of Laria the
Son of a
Doom
bitch.
that you encountered in Pelor's temple so long ago.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Was Ellen there? I wasn't there that session, but was Ellen there?
I don't remember.
It was a long time ago. That was a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I remember
the
being
first
told
couple
about
sessions.
it.
That was
Afterwards.
first chapter.
I'm not sure if Ellen was there.
No, I don't think Ellen was there for that session. So maybe Ellen doesn't recognize it, but Cicely, you definitely see this and like, oh shit. I know this
My
person.
first thought was like, oh, come on, Cole, dude, gross.
Okay, so as Ilaria pulls herself up onto the ship, she looks around and she holds her hand out toward Ellen and Sissel, and I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, this is not good.
So Cicely, you fail. Ellen, you succeed as you feel magic's beginning to paralyze your form as Olaria casts a higher level hold person on the two of you. Cicely, you're on the broom. You're elevated.
Yeah, I'm on the broom. Yeah.
You immediately fall off the broom, and the broom clatters to the ground as you are held. How high up were you?
I was like just behind the this sail.
Yeah, but how many feet in the air?
I don't know.
So-
how tall's the sail?
I'd say it's about 10 feet. So
Alright, yeah.
you suffer 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you smack into the ground. Your paralyzed form is prone on the ground,
Gross.
and
Oh wait.
he is going to, at that point, use her movement to
Hey.
scut.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Ellen, take 6 more HP because you started your turn in that healing spirit, and I forgot
I
to do it.
did.
Yeah, so you should be maxed out at this point, I think. Sorry, Falk.
At this point, Ilaria uses the webbing that she's attached to the side of the ship to
Ew.
basically spider climb and scuttle underneath it,
Ugh,
out of sight.
lame.
That brings us to Goff.
Okay, so to shake Haraith awake, would that be an action or a bonus
That's an action.
Please. I can fix this.
Okay. I'm gonna see that you fell over, and I'm gonna make my way over to you and use my action to try and shake you awake. have to roll anything, or do I just do
No,
it?
you just use it, but that's your action.
I'm gonna give you a rallying slap across the face, not like a harmful one, just like a get up, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to move the healing spirit over to Sissel, who is wherever she is.
I'm on the ground.
So I'm gonna move it over to her, and then which move did I spend? I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to kind of move back towards the guy and try and hold his attention. So kind of like a run back, like get up, and then run back.
Okay. That's your turn.
I use my action, so yeah.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, he's gonna fire off a ray. He's gonna fire another disintegration beam at you, and need to make you another dexterity saving throw. That's just enough.
Wait, really? You said it was just
Literally-
enough for 17. I was like, oh, fuck.
The 17 was I was one higher, but the 16 is literally the DC.
Oh god.
So another disintegration beam streaks past. God damn it! Another disintegration
Why
beam
are you?
streaks past you
You're
and
about to get 3 more beams. Don't even
collides
feel like
into the ship.
I can't wait to fall asleep again.
Disintegrating more of the mast. That brings us to Kulsk's turn, at which point he's going to fire another 3 beams. Actually, let's see. What's he going to do? He's going to shift himself over slightly, and he opens his large big eye, focusing his anti-magic cone in the direction of Hiraeth and Goff.
Oh. How far does that go?
Was there
It's
a
a
way to
150-foot cone.
Okay, never mind. I can't do it about this.
Is there, well,
It's a
Is
cone,
there-
so let me
is
see
there a
if
way
I
for you
can...
to draw this so I
I
can see
wish
the
I
ones that-
could. Let me see if I can
It's
find like a...
massive. Like,
It's
Draw
going to
one.
be,
But it's a
going
cone.
to be like this.
It's a cone. Let me see if I can kind of find a cone shape token to kind of use. This'll work. So let me like enlarge this. So it's basically coming out from his eye.
It's a 90-degree cone?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
150
goodness.
feet long.
No, I mean like it's
It's
a
150 feet long, yes. So it's basically like this, and it's covering the whole back half of the ship.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, you can move slightly and be out of it.
Yeah, but I can tell where. Okay. All
You
right.
can't shift it. You can't shift it. And you're also safe from the beams while you're inside it. You can't
Oh,
use his
true.
beams on you.
Interesting.
So, but that means that he can hit Sissel, Ellen, and Roscoe with them. So he's going to use his 3 rays. Okay. Sissel, you're held, so you automatically fail dex saving throws, right?
Probably.
You're
was it
paralyzed.
auto fail or
It's an auto fail if
Yeah,
you were paralyzed.
Can't move.
oh yeah.
Okay, so let's see what beams I got here. Another blue fear ray is going to fire at Roscoe. Let's see. He doesn't have a lot of options because he's focusing on here, I think, and Goff. So he is going to hit. Which one's that? Ah, okay. So he's going to fire a beam at Sissel, which she is currently paralyzed, so she fails the dex saving throw automatically. Ellen, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Sissel, as you're lying there on the ground, you are hit by the sandy, brown-looking ray,
Oh fuck.
and your body immediately starts turning into stone.
What?
Ellen, you failed as well. Actually, I don't think this even affects you because you're immune to sleep, right?
Half elves
As a
are
half
immune.
I don't. I thought that was full elves.
No, half elves
check.
have an immune. They have a fey thing that's like immune to. effects.
Let me check because I mean I didn't have any. That was what I rolled, and there was no other thing for me to cast on you. But let me check real quick just to see if you as a half elf are immune to it, because like you
You
might
have
get hit by this and
You have
nothing
advantage on
happens.
saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're
yes.
hit by this purple beam that you saw Hiraeth got hit by earlier, and you just blink at it, and you're like, okay, whatever.
Nice try. I have children.
But but you look over at Roscoe, who is now cowering in fear with his tail. between his
Oh,
legs.
come on.
No.
And Sissel,
I mean-
you see half of her body has become a stone statue, and it's slowly creeping up her body.
Is that something that she can roll against, or
She can roll at the end of. Okay, so let me read this. So petrification ray. They have to make a dex saving throw, which she automatically failed. She starts turning to stone and is restrained.
It's because I looked at
You
the
have
boss.
to, but then at the end of your next turn, you have to repeat the saving throw. So if you're still,
Is held.
if you're still paralyzed, you're going to automatically fail and turn fully to stone. Otherwise, if you get broken from it, you can try a dex saving throw, and if you succeed, the effect ends. And on a failure, you turn fully to stone.
Okay.
So that's his turn. That brings us to Hiraith.
Whoop.
You can leap over the railing if you want.
Oh. Whoop. I'm
It's only
going
like
to
5 feet
cast-
down.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on Sissel.
Okay. All right. So Sissel, you actually just. Yeah, that should work. I think only. Actually, let me read this.
What level did you
The
cast?
thing, this is a magical effect. So this is, it's the petrifaction can only be freed. Yeah, it can be. I'm gonna say it can be freed by dispel magic.
Well, what also about the is held? Because she's also being paralyzed.
Yeah, you can dispel the paralysis. You can't dispel the petrifaction. That needs a greater restoration.
Yeah, that needs a restoration. I was trying to get the paralysis off.
Okay, so you cast it. I need you to roll a. Actually, no. The whole person's a level 2, right?
It's 3, but I don't know if you cast it at a higher level or not.
Whole person's a second level spell.
That was
Yeah.
3.
No, it's a second
Yeah,
level
it's
spell.
only 2.
So she
If you
cast it
cast
at third
level 2,
level.
it's gone.
She cast it at third level, and dispel magic's at third level, so you just immediately
It's,
cancel
yeah.
it.
Okay.
So, Sissel, you feel the numbness fade from your body, but half of your body is currently stone.
I am also going to inspire Sissel and tell her, "Come on, Sissel, you can do it! Fight it!" So you can use that for saving throws.
Woo! And what is
8.
that?
Beats D8. Yeah. So you can use that for your saving throw on the end of your next turn.
Thank you. Where the fuck did I
That
put my
bring-
pen?
That brings us to,
Ross?
unless
A good
Hiraith is
boy.
going to do anything more.
No, that's all I can do.
Okay, Roscoe.
Well, is there like anything I can take cover behind over here?
Yeah, there's a
Like
ton
the
of
mast?
this. You can take cover behind the mast. It won't really. If you get full cover, you won't be in sight of the beams. But even if you're in like half cover, or 3/4 cover, he can still hit you with one. As long as there's even a
It's
bit
like-
of you poking out. I would say from there you could probably get full cover.
Okay.
Actually, let me see what the range on the beams are, just to make sure that I'm not.
Probably like really long.
120 feet. Yeah, he's a very spicy boy. Okay, Roscoe, he can't get closer to Kulsk, so he runs a little up the ship. He's gonna sniff the air a little bit. He starts barking on the side of the ship. That's really all he can do, and he can try to make his saving throw at the end again. Fails it. He's still scared of Kulsk.
Roscoe!
Ellen, that brings us to you.
Well, I got nothing to do, but I got a boat. That's what I got.
That hits. As you knock an arrow and let loose at Kulsk, aiming for one of his eye stalks, you fire it, letting loose right through one of the eye stalks and severing it.
Did the sneak attack? Because you had the
Yeah, the
Inquisitive
sneak
thing,
attack
right?
applies.
Yes. Yes.
I cannot target Kulsk with this giant thing on the way. So that's 31 points of damage. Goodness
Fuck
gracious.
yeah.
Okay, Alan, is there anything else you want to do?
There's nothing else I can really do.
Okay. Let's see. Sissel, before your turn, before we have you go, all of you. All of you hear a screeching in the distance.
Oh god.
Oh,
As you
boy.
look toward Crankshaft Hold, you see about half a dozen creatures flying toward you at high speed. As they are closing in on you, you realize there are a number of wyverns and all bearing riders wearing crimson robes.
Wait. Wait,
Oh my
crimson
God!
robes. Wait, crimson robes.
Oh.
What?
Crimson robes.
Oh.
Yeah, the Harbinger cultist all have rifles in their hands, and
Jesus Christ!
they're preparing to open fire on the Elaine. They're not in range yet.
Oh my god!
I prepared a spicy boss battle.
Yeah, you did.
What's Door doing? Is he just piloting the ship?
He's trying to pilot it the best he can
Okay.
where all the shit's happening. Sissel, you can take an action and then at the end of your turn do a dex saving throw in order to try to shake off the petrifaction, but you're currently prone, you can't get up at the moment.
Okay.
So you're going to have disadvantage on anything that requires an attack roll.
Okay.
Maybe a spell doesn't require an attack.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, well, why not do something that doesn't require an attack roll? Can I see
Yeah.
Kolsk from here?
Yeah, he's sort of peeking out. You have Spell Sniper, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You can.
Nah. You fucked, dude.
Oh, God. He rolled a 15 plus
Shit.
2, so it's a 17.
Aw.
Yeah.
The 15 damage.
Oh well.
But so he still takes 15 damage. I gotta find a place to move that because it's gonna be in the way constantly.
Nice.
You launch another acid ball at him, and it slathers the left side of his body, and you see it corroding through a bunch of the different tentacles, and he roars in pain as a bunch of them seemingly drop off into the abyss below. Okay, so that brings us to
Spider.
Spider Woman. She.
Well.
So, let's. You can't see her, but she. Roscoe sees her as she's clinging to the side of the ship right now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait. Was I supposed to roll a...
Oh yeah, I need you
Yeah,
to make a
roll.
dex saving
Please
throw.
roll. You remember your inspiration.
dex
Remember
saving
your
throw.
inspiration.
You don't have to use it if you don't need to.
Yeah, right, if you need it.
You
I don't need to use it.
Well, now you can
Cecil,
use it for
Cecil, you
something
pull
else.
you struggle to pull yourself up onto your feet, and as you do, the stone that has begun to form around your ankles and legs just cracks off as you kick it away.
Good.
I just shake it off
Oh.
and flip the bird.
Shake it off.
Ilaria appears on the other side of the ship, and you see her hold her hands before her and throw them out as she's casting a magical spell. And let's see, Hiraith and Sissel,
Yeah.
because you're bunched up, I need you to make, I think it's a dex saving throw.
Oh,
Let me check.
Chisel. 5 HP.
Oh, plus 1.
Sorry again.
I need you
Oh.
both to make dex saving throws.
Well, at least that's one I'm good at.
I wonder if my luck will remain.
I don't know if I roll like
Can I
that.
add bardic inspiration?
You
to
can. What did you get, Hiraith?
It's a 13.
Yeah, you failed,
Sword of
unfortunately.
Inspiration. Yeah.
Cecil, you succeed as Ilaria throws her hands forward and a large column of fire roars down from above and strikes
Okay.
you. It's in a 10-foot radius, so it essentially lights this whole area just in a big swath of fire as she casts Flame Strike down on you. So I am going
Cecil
to...
succeeded with the inspiration.
Yep.
Thank you
Okay,
for that.
so... Okay. Give me one moment, I'm telling damage. Okay. So, Kiraith, you take 18 fire damage and 11 radiant damage. Sissel, you take half of that.
So, how
So,
much?
9 fire damage, 5 radiant damage.
What was that again?
You take 18 fire damage and 11 radiant damage as this flame strike hits you. At this point, she's going to try to scuttle away, at which point Roscoe's going to take a bite at her.
Just come on, buddy.
It's a 10 plus 8, so yeah, it hits.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think her No, it doesn't.
Please.
It's just short. Her
What?
thing-
Come on, let
Her
Roscoe
armor is
do
19.
something.
19?
Stop nerfing
Yeah, natural
Roscoe.
armor. That's the monster manual. Okay, I'm not
Stop
even.
nerfing
I didn't even
Roscoe.
go through that.
How often are we gonna be able to hit a 19?
That's just what it is. You
Look.
guys fought it the last time.
Did a 19 we fought it before?
I don't
believe
remember
that.
hitting
I don't
a
believe
19.
that.
Mm-hmm,
I think you're lying.
So she's gonna start moving up toward the Savakian crystal.
That's very bad.
Goff. It's your turn.
Is that cone is not in the same place it should be?
It's not. I'll move it back.
That's
It's
good to know
it's
for
really
my
hard
own sake.
to edit his HP when it's in the way.
So no, currently no.
It's touching the whole back of the ship. So like
Currently, no one's affected by a status affliction right now, right?
correct. Well, Roscoe is. He's got fear still.
Well, one that's going to make them petrified or asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking sucks. There's too much going on. Um. I'm sorry. I need to.
I know there's a lot going on.
I really need to think about what I'm doing. I wish is it possible for me to? I guess it's probably too much metagame to know how much HP Door has.
No. Well, I could put it on. He's like 30 HP. He doesn't have. He's not wearing armor.
Okay. Oh wait. 8 hours. This might be too specific. At any point since the start of this fight, has it looked like this guy is considered attacking Door?
Not yet. He hasn't attacked him yet. He's been focusing mostly on you because you're the combatants. You're the ones who
Right.
pose him a threat. I mean, you could probably.
Okay.
You could
Alright.
probably kill Tor if you wanted to, and you guys would crash. But
Right, that's why I'm trying to play around. I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen if he decides to do that. And this seems like the kind of slimy fuck that would do that kind of thing. So I'm trying to. I want to ensure that things aren't going to go south so quickly that there's nothing we can do about it.
okay.
I'm going to cast Death Ward on Door.
Okay. So is that a touch spell, or is that a? It might be
Probably.
a touch. He's in the anti-magic cone. You can't cast it.
Oh shit, you're right. Well, the Death Ward is
Death
yeah.
Ward,
Well,
yeah.
okay, actually, so that just eliminates the possibility of even trying to do that. That sucks. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the cone. I'm gonna jump over the railing and. Hmm. I'm gonna try and keep getting this guy. This guy needs to get out of here. He's the biggest threat. I'm gonna try and throw another guiding bolt at him. I'm gonna leap over the railings.
Right.
I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna wind back another javelin. Radiant javelin.
All right. Roll the attack.
16 plus whatever.
Plus.
I mean,
Well,
plus
that'll hit. Yeah.
4, I think.
Plus your proficiency bonus, which
Right.
is plus 4 right now.
Yeah,
So plus,
I'm pretty
plus
sure it
8 or
hits.
9. You have like plus 8 or 9 right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that definitely hits. So roll damage. What level are you doing that at?
3rd level again.
Third level. Okay.
Okay. 12. 23 big smackers.
23 damage as you
23 radiant and advantage for the next attack
as
against.
you launch another radiant javelin at Kulsk. He roars in pain as it slices right through another one of his eye stalks, and his entire body glows a light with this divine energy that you've imbued him with. At the end of your turn, assuming you're finished.
Bonus action. I'm gonna shift the healing spirit over to Horizon.
Okay.
Okay.
But Oh my god, is it start? Do they just start the turn, or can they enter it during their turn and get healed?
It's during their turn.
Okay, so I mean, it's next to both of you, so if you want to I'm gonna shit on Haraith for my bonus action, but if you both need to want to do it during your turns, you can, because it's like right next to you, both of you. So, just, okay. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, at the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to fire a ray.
Is it another green one?
No, this time it is another blue one, like you saw hit Roscoe. This one is going to fire at... no, not at you. He knows you're a cleric. He's going to fire this one at... a lot of great options. I mean, he could fire it at Haraith. He's going to fire it at Haraith.
Oh, great.
Haraith, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I'm so good at those.
He knows. That's why.
I failed it.
Okay, what'd you
I
roll
rolled
total?
a 5. I failed
Okay.
it.
You are immediately struck by fear, and you cannot get any closer to this creature.
Okay. Is it that you just can't get any closer, or can you not attack it at all?
I think you disadvantage.
Let me look. I will tell you in a moment what the frightened condition does. I believe it's you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight.
Yeah.
The creature can't willingly move closer.
Didn't you say that I was completely hidden
Oh, that's.
from it?
Oh, right. You actually can't get hit. In that case, I'm gonna hit Ellen instead. So, Ellen, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ellen,
you're a
Your
little better at
wisdom's higher
this.
than mine.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. You're fine. As you feel this,
Thank God.
your arms and legs start to tremble a little bit, but then you steel yourself and you get control.
I have children.
I have children.
I've seen worse.
At this point, as you're all watching, the Crimson Harbingers that were on the Wyverns begin to get within range of the ship. And let me put that on the map. What?
Does this thing have any weapons? Like, could
No.
Dor be like activating anything to like?
Nope.
I was thinking
Prototype.
about the Evray fight in Final Fantasy X, and I wish I had those salvos.
Okay. So, as they come into range, one of the Crimson Riders is going to fire his musket at Ellen. Two of them are going to fire at Roscoe,
How many are
and
there?
there's 6.
What the fuck? Okay.
And then the remaining 3 are going to start firing on these Avakium crystals. So, Ellen, that is not good. It's a 10 to hit, so that doesn't hit. The 2 against Roscoe, that's a natural 20 and a 16, so one of them doesn't hit, but the other one's a crit. So the one that hits Roscoe does... 18 points of piercing damage as a musket ball rips through his hide. And the remaining ones that are firing on the Avakium crystals, let's see if they hit those. Well, it's a natural 20, a natural 16, a natural 15. Those all hit.
Fuck.
So you see them turn toward the large Avakium crystals and begin plinking away at them. Oh shit, that's a big roll. Okay, so this one only gets 1. Actually, no. Yeah, 1. So only 1 hits that. The 2 on this side just open fire in a volley on this one. You hear this boom, boom, boom sound as it immediately ignites.
Great.
This is
Love it.
fine.
The entire ship lurches, and I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws. As it lurches to the left.
15.
I failed.
It's a natural 20 for Roscoe.
Well, that's not good.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. You rolled a 15. Goff, you succeed. So that's just the DC for it.
Mel
And
succeeded.
I am rolling
Mel succeeded.
awfully.
So, Sissel and Hiraith, you are immediately knocked prone and pushed 10
I was
feet in this
already
direction.
prone!
So you're both knocked 10 feet in this direction, yeah. And
No,
you're
don't
prone.
knock me out of the orb. I want that orb.
If you can get into it during your turn, you'll.
But that is going to leave a it's Kulsk's turn. He's going to fire 3 more beams. As he shifts a little to the right, he turns his... he's going to turn his anti-magic cone off.
Love. Oh. You just turn it off?
Yeah, he can choose whether to use it or not. He wants to hit you guys, so he's going to... Because they're too clumped up, he would have to... If he pointed at you, he couldn't hit any of you. So he is going to fire 3 beams. Ooh. Okay. I keep rolling the fear one. Okay. Blue beam streaks toward. So who's feared right now? Hiraithan.
I'm already feared. Yeah.
Hiraithan. No, you're not. You
Yeah, I am.
you were behind cover.
Oh yeah.
It failed on Ellen, so only Roscoe.
So he's. Did I move him yet? I forget.
Who?
Kulsk.
You shifted him up.
Okay. I don't know how much I shifted him, but it's fine.
I don't know, like 1 or 2 spots.
Okay. So I don't know if he can get a beat on you because you're prone. Probably not. I'm gonna say not. That leaves us. He has a clear line of sight on Ellen, Roscoe, and Goth. That's what he's gonna have to do. So you all have high wisdom, so there's really not. There's nothing I can do. Ellen, you're hit with the blue beam. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Goth, I need you to make a dex saving throw as a black beam shoots forward you. And Roscoe is... Okay, so you succeed, Ellen. Roscoe's also going to have to make a dex saving throw as a green beam streaks toward you.
Oh no.
Oh, Roscoe...
Roscoe what?
Roscoe succeeds as another
Okay.
disintegration beam streaks past him and just misses him. What did you roll?
I want to use my DM inspiration that I've had forever.
Okay.
I rolled bad, so I'm gonna roll again.
All right.
It's 16.
That's just enough as an necrotic beam streaks toward you. It just misses you and slams into the woodwork and just dissipates. And these are save or die beams. Like, you don't take any damage if it doesn't hit you.
I know.
That would be great
So-
if I could actually roll it high enough to miss, huh?
That is it. Hiraith.
No more DM inspiration. I'm glad I held on to that.
Hiraith.
It's not now.
As you're standing there,
Yeah, of course.
Lying there.
as you're lying there prone on the ground.
What else could it be fucking happening?
No, okay. Wait for it.
Oh.
You feel something calling you.
Oh.
And you feel the viol at your side humming with an energy.
Oh.
And you stare down at it and you feel this pressure between your eyes like a headache. And then an epiphany. And instinctually you reach for the viol.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it.
Do you use your bonus action to invoke the power that you feel welling up inside?
Yes, I very much do.
Okay, you take this viol in hand and you begin playing it, your voice echoing out as one of the you notice there's like a series of inlaid concentric circles on your viol, and one of them, the innermost one, begins to glow. And everybody within 30 feet of you, for the time being, has a +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
You still have your action.
Okay, I it took half my movement to get up, I assume, or I'm getting up now, so I'll do that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna hide again.
Dancing a little.
Fuck this. I'm gonna take out my bow. My bow.
4
My
HP.
boy.
Or
That's
HP.
just my boy.
My bow. And
Don't forget to add that. I didn't see if you did or not.
yeah,
but-
I did.
okay.
I'm going to shoot. I'm gonna shoot one arrow at this fella.
Okay. Roll an attack.
22.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Where's my 6 damage.
6 damage as you let loose an arrow and it strikes right across this Crimson Harbinger and he rears up a little bit. He's still fairly hardy looking, but
I'll shoot another one at him.
okay.
That's probably not gonna. That's a
Wait,
12.
don't forget the +1.
That was a +1.
Oh,
Wait,
just
wait.
missed.
So I rolled a 3 plus 8.
Gets 11 plus
1. I have another +1 with my stone, my good luck. Wait, is that attacks?
That doesn't affect attacks.
Damn it. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
It only affects ability checks and saving throws, I believe.
Okay.
So don't forget that it affects the saving throws for all of the stuff that's happening right now.
Yeah, I know. I've been adding it. I just didn't
Okay,
know
good.
if it.
So
affected
your
that.
your second arrow goes wide and careens right into the wild blue yonder and disappears.
Okay. I can't do anything else.
Right. At the end of your turn, Kolska's going to launch another ray. This one is once again aimed at Goff. He's desperate to take you down. He knows you're the cleric. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Stop! Do something that's not Dex. This is...
He's doing it on purpose.
What color was the beam?
Black.
Oh no.
What was it?
12. I didn't get. I didn't
12.
say.
No, you did not succeed. So you take 48 necrotic damage.
I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance on that.
Okay.
I reduced it by 10.
10. Okay, so you take 38 necrotic damage.
Ow.
As this beam hits you and you feel some of your life force ebb away, and you're just like, ugh, but you manage to right your feet and keep on fighting. That brings us to Roscoe, finally seeing something he can hit as Ilaria is making her way toward one of these Avakium crystals. He runs up,
Tear her up!
He unleashes a full flurry of paws at her.
Yeah.
Give it! Just fucking destroy her! Come on! Get in this battle!
Wow, okay. That is a natural 19, a natural 17, and a natural 13 plus 8 is 21. So that'll hit. Oh no, he gets a fourth attack as well.
Yeah!
Close. That is a natural 12 plus 8 is 20. So all four of those hit.
Yes! Roscoe!
Roscoe runs up to this creature and just starts
Roscoe the
tearing
brave.
into it.
Roscoe, good.
Roscoe the good brave boy.
He does a total of 34 damage to this creature.
Fuck yeah.
As he begins tearing her apart, and she has to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Or actually, no, pushed. Pushed, I think, is
Could
what
she be
he's gonna
pushed
try
off
to
the
do.
ship?
He's gonna
Please.
try.
Please!
do it.
Let me see. Let me just verify that this is how it works.
I want. It would be
Wait,
really
man.
funny.
She
if she
has
died
to.
by falling.
Okay, she has to do a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away. What is Roscoe's DC? I think it's like 15 or 16. I gotta check.
I mean, all of ours are about 16.
Back.
Alan's DC is pretty. Wait.
Yeah, it's 15. Yep, 15 for Monk. So, he is going to attempt to knock her away, and she has to make a strength saving throw. Where are you, lady? Oh, there it is. Okay,
What
so
would
she's got
happen
a-
if I gave Roscoe the wing?
She has like a +3 to strength. Let's see if this works. That's a 10 plus 3. She fails.
Yes!
You see Roscoe run up to this Ilaria and race up one of her legs and just give her 3 quick jabs, finishing off with a roundhouse that he
Hell
arcs
yeah.
out, and she just flies off of this
Hell
thing.
yeah!
And
Does she hit that other rider, or is that like a different elevation?
Let's find out. Yeah. So let's see if he's gonna have to make a dex saving throw to keep.
Roscoe with the combos.
He succeeds. She starts
Aw.
plummeting into the blue below.
I'm so proud of this good fucking dog. God.
Seeing
God, I
the
love
situation
him.
change a little bit, Kolska's going to fire another beam. Ooh, that wasn't a good one. Which one was that? Okay.
Wasn't good for him or wasn't good for us?
He fires a charming-looking pink beam at Sissel. And Sissel, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey,
That does not
Aw.
succeed.
my ass.
You look at this giant, bulbous, leathery-looking beholder, and you are suddenly
No.
think he is your best friend. As you are hit by
just
this
like
charm
Relo.
ray. So this charm, by the way, lasts until the holder harms you. So you are charmed by it,
So it
which
can't
means
be like.
Oh, I can't cleanse it.
it's not a dominate monster. So it
What about counter charm? How does that work
counter
again?
charm gives you a
I think
bonus.
you have
doesn't
to be.
it? It has to be
playing
your turn too.
your-
Actually, no, it gets rid of current charms,
Oh,
right?
it gives you advantage against saving throws against it happening. I don't think it would.
But doesn't it do something against ones that are currently in place?
It just
Can I-
says during that time, you and friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. So I don't know if that means like if they also have. I mean, I would like to believe that you would have advantage on like throws to save, like to break it, but I don't
Well,
know.
there's no throw to break
so
it. Like
I would have to be like actively playing this song right now, so I can't do it.
Sissel is permanently charmed at the moment by this
Wait, I
creature.
can't. Even greater restoration can't get rid of it.
Greater restoration affects ability score stuff and various status effects, but I don't think charm.
It says one effect that charmed or petrified the target is one of the things.
Oh yeah, you I think that could use it on her, but you don't really know she's charmed yet. You just already got
Oh,
hit.
okay.
I mean,
But I mean, it's not a dominate monster, so she's not going to attack you. It just means that you're not going to attack the beholder because you think it's a friend.
Oh, okay.
You can still attack other
as long as
things.
I just didn't want her to turn around and acid ball all of us.
She's
That
not
would
gonna
be
do
very
that.
bad.
Charm just means that he has advantage on persuasion checks with you, so he might. I mean, he's not going to convince you to attack your friends. You have stronger bonds with them. That brings us to Ellen. The sigh.
Sorry.
There's a lot going on.
There is. Okay. These three boys have been pretty bad, and like have been,
But well, sorry.
but also like the beholder.
is probably the most fucking dangerous thing ever.
That's true, and I
I-
already.
I don't want them to destroy any more of those crystals, though. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, either way, we destroyed crystals or destroyed us. Or
Will destroy us if ship crashes. I'm thinking A11, and we can't let these pillars die.
Yeah.
I don't
okay
wanna-
then. I'm gonna use my bonus action to transfer my insight onto
Okay.
this boy.
Yeah, he's not going to do it. He's which boy?
Closest to the pistol.
Okay. All right, cool. You got it.
And I'm just gonna use my bow.
That definitely hits. Holy shit. Oh, you don't get that adventure.
I don't get the crit damage, no.
But you still do a whopping 26 points of damage.
I could have shot him!
But I will say this to you. As you're turning your attention toward these rambunctious riders, you knock an arrow and take careful aim, and aim for the Crimson Harbinger's hooded robe, hooded face, and let loose. The arrow immediately lodges itself in his face, and with a scream, he plummets off of his mount into the clouds below. And for all intents and purposes, the wyvern just kind of flaps it for a bit and then starts flying away. So he's done. That brings us to Sissel.
Okay. Is it an action to get up back on the broom, or is it movement?
I would say that could be part of your movement.
Okay. I'm gonna get back on the broom and then just fly up a little bit. And I want to twin spell a chromatic orb at these two boys.
Which
And-
okay, yeah, that
And
definitely is.
afterwards, I just like look over at Kalsk and just give him a goofy thumbs up. It's like, I got you, buddy.
You ready a chromatic orb, which flies toward a small green speck flies toward these two riders and then splits in midair and slams into both of them, corroding through their red robes as they scream in agony as they are beginning to be dissolved a little bit. They look really rough, but they're just hanging on. At the end of your turn, Kolsk is going to fire another beam. This one is going to fire at... Give me a moment. There's a lot going on. This one is going to fire at Ellen, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As a sort of a reddish beam hits you. That does not
Oh,
succeed.
yikes.
Are you flying in the air currently?
No.
Okay. Your body immediately locks up as you are paralyzed. You are currently held where you are.
Help
Is hold.
Is hold.
is hold.
At the end of your turn, you can try to repeat the saving throw to try to break free. You can do that at the end of every one of your turns. That brings us to Ilaria, who, seeing the way the battle is shifting, she is going to.
She's also
she's
in the middle of
flying.
the air.
Also flying. Like she can't really.
She
do
might have
much
more.
at the
She
moment.
might have more
So
important
she's
things.
plummeting. You see Ilaria plummeting down to earth, and she throws her hand out, and you see some webbing come out of it, and she attaches it to the side of the ship and just swings out from underneath it, and that's all she can really do this turn. So she disappears under the bowels of the ship. Goff, it is your turn.
I'm gonna. I'm going to.
Can I throw roll 20 into dice jail?
Oh, I guess I didn't put the description in my book. Oops. Alright, checking dice. Okay, Goff is gonna like flick his ring, and then I'm gonna use my stored mass cure wounds
Okay.
on everyone, because Roscoe is still within range of me.
Okay, so you're going to use it on Roscoe, Sissel, Hiraith, and yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Math hard. 19 HP.
Woohoo!
19. Okay, so... Wow, Roscoe's way up to full again.
Good.
Please add 19 HP Sissel. I don't know if you saw if you did or not.
Sissel is BRBing,
Oh.
according
Okay.
to... So
Right.
I can add it for Sissel.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jesus. It's
And
it's fine.
well, I'm still pretty hurt. I'm gonna, and then I have a bonus action. Oh shit. How does concentration check work? How does the damage? How does the DC work with the damage? It's like half the damage, right?
It's half the damage or 10, whichever's higher.
What's half of 38?
That would be 19.
Okay, I didn't roll con for this, so I need to check to see if I lose healing spirit or not. That's back when I got hit by that thing.
That's a DC 19, so good luck.
Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Okay,
That's
so you lost the
con.
healing spirit?
I'm just gonna move it off screen in case I want to cast it again.
I will. Okay, yeah.
I'll just move it over here. We'll pretend it's not there.
That's gonna be your turn.
No, because I didn't. I was just doing that that was like a delayed con check.
I understand, but you also cast the
bonus
Mass Cure
action.
Wound.
That was my action. I
Okay.
still have a bonus action. I would like to do something with that.
Okay.
I think I might. I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, at this point, why not? I'm gonna bring him my good old shield. I haven't used that in a while.
All right.
I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon, just at the base level, because
Let me put out a spiritual weapon. Shield.
and I'm gonna put it next to Kulsk.
Spiritual weapon. I'm gonna give that to you. Okay.
And a melee spell attack, so 8 plus. Okay. Off. I rolled an nat 18, so I'm assuming it hit.
Yeah, it hit. Yeah.
And then my damage. 7. No. 8.
Eight?
Force damage.
8 force damage as your shield materializes on the side of your arm and you just fling it out Captain America style. It slams into the side of his head and he kind of rolls his eye a little bit, like a bobblehead a little bit. He growls at you, and at the end of your turn, he is going to fire. He's going to use his last legendary action to fire another ray. He grins and he looks toward Ellen, who is paralyzed, and he's going to fire a black beam toward her. She automatically fails a dex saving throw. Ellen, you take. Whoa. 50 points of necrotic damage. Oh my god, you're still holding on. Damn it. That was a. If you dropped a 0, you were dead.
Laughing nervously, what the fuck?
Oh,
I'm back. Oh my
boy.
god, what happened?
Narrowly avoiding death.
Ellen barely surviving of 50 necrotic damage.
I need this level up.
That brings us. Okay. So before the Crimson Riders go.
Oh no!
You hear the distant chunk of metal striking.
Actually,
Yeah.
can I use my reaction to have
You're
that
paralyzed.
damage?
You're paralyzed.
No,
Do anything.
oh, okay. Oh yeah, I can't take reactions, right?
You hear the distant chunk of metal striking wood, and you look over on the right side of the ship to see a grappling hook lodged in the side of the Orleans
What?
railing.
Jesus
What?
Christ!
And with a
Please be-
single fluid motion, a humanoid figure pulls himself up onto
Please.
the
Is this fucking Jack? I swear to God.
Please.
Jack, you evil bastard!
What?
I
Why did
can't
he hook
believe
on?
it.
You see Jack standing there, his tattered trench coat trailing behind him, and he
Oh my
immediately
God.
whips out his revolver and scans the deck.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god.
Heart eyes, motherfucker!
This is
He-
such a fucking wild
he's-
situation.
He spins around, fanning the hammer and firing 3 quick shots at the 3 of the Crimson Riders.
This fucking dude.
He better kill all
They
three.
all hit.
Good! Kill them all!
He may not. I mean, they have like over 20 HP, I think. So.
Well, 2 of them go down. You see
Nice.
2 of the bullets immediately strike them in the foreheads, and they drop off without a sound off of their mounts, and their mounts then, after a moment, fly away. So these 2 on the left side are both dead as well. The final one, he shot it, he spun around and fired another one on the right over here. Didn't do as much damage to it, but still took a small chunk at it. Afterward, you see him look toward all of you and kind of tip the brim of his hat, and then take cover behind one of the masts.
Oh my god. He just likes fighting. He just likes shooting stuff. I think he just like wanted to keep brawling. He was like, oh, it looks like some trouble's chasing those folks. I better get in there so I can shoot some more dudes.
But also, to be fair, the whole area where, like, you were kind of the only exit.
I
Yeah.
guess that's probably true.
So the 2 remaining Crimson Riders on this side are going to take. Oh no, there's still 3 on this side.
I think one got really hurt.
Yeah,
At one
no,
point.
not really that
I
hurt.
heard one.
Yeah, but not a
lot,
ton of damage.
yeah.
The 3 on this side are all going to fire upon the Avakium Crystal. It's a 10 total, a 13 total, so neither of those hit, but then I have a natural 20.
Okay.
Why do you have so many natural 20s, but not
I've-
for Roscoe?
I don't know.
Roscoe
dice.
got nat 20 on a dex save earlier.
Oh, he did.
So that's a total of so he fires a shot toward the Avakium Crystal and cuts a large gash in it as a musket ball impacts with it. It's looking a little rough. It doesn't look like it's gonna catch fire just yet, but it's looking pretty bad. It's sputtering a little bit. The light is growing dim on it. Kolsk's turn, and he's gonna fire 3 beams. Damn it! Didn't get the instant death ones. Okay.
Well,
Good.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Fuck. Okay. No, I was hoping for a disintegration.
No.
No.
stop that!
That brings us to. Okay, so Which beams did I get? Just give me a moment.
Has anyone attacked him since I used Guiding Bolt on him?
Yeah, like
No.
Ellen
I don't
did
think-
and Ellen missed.
I don't think
Unless you
anyone
cast
has.
again.
He cast it again, and we have not.
Yeah, I've casted it a second
I've
time.
been
Yeah,
too
you haven't.
busy cleansing shit
one's
and
attacked
trying
him.
not to die.
No one's
There's
attacked
sti-
him in almost a full round.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm-
so there's
yeah.
still an advantage bonus on the next attack against him.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
I need to
Or-
check a
or-
few things. Paralysis. It's just dexterity saving throws, right? That you
Yeah.
fail on,
Yeah.
or does it also include strength? I don't know.
It's only
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
I'll check.
I don't have it open right now, so I can't.
Paralysis. Can't move or speak. Creature automatically fails to strength and dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Okay. So this is what happens.
Oh no.
Ellen, you are hit by a telekinetic ray, and you're immediately picked up, and he just throws you over the side.
Oh!
No.
Okay.
Hi.
I mean, what can any of us do about this?
I mean, I have something I can do if Falco allows it, but I don't know if it's
I
if
can't
he'll
do
allow
something
it. I don't know
right
if I can
now,
do it within the
but
times.
I can when it's my turn.
It's okay. So that was the telekinetic ray. That leaves Goff. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, and Hiraith, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You succeed. So, Goff, you were hit by the same sandy brown ray that Sissel was hit by earlier, and you feel your joints start to seize up as you begin to petrify, but you just shake it off at the last minute. Hiraith, what did you get?
Came
A 9?
from stone, motherfucker.
A 9. You are hit by a grayish-looking beam of necrotic
No.
energy. You
Ugh.
take 40 points of necrotic damage.
Ugh. Really gotta get that beholder out of here.
I mean,
Hiraith.
there's a lot of things that we have to try to do.
Hiraith. On your turn. As you are standing there, once more holding your viol. I have a lot of notes here. As you look down at it, you're suddenly struck by another epiphany, and you feel another force welling up inside you. And do you use your bonus action to invoke this power?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
the second concentric ring on your viols begins to glow. And at this point, everyone, your bonus changes from +1 to hit to +1 to AC.
Ooh. It's a shame that the beholder doesn't do more AC-based attacks.
You still have your action,
It changed, so you don't have the attack roll anymore.
right? But you have
Okay.
a +1 to AC now.
There's that. Well, I just. Can I see Ellen?
You can. She's about 10 feet down.
I want to cast
plummeting.
spell magic.
Okay, so you cast the spell magic, and Ellen, you finally you feel your body free again, and your wings flare out. Is that your full turn?
I'm going to cast Healing Word at level 1.
Okay.
Ellen. 5 points.
5 points of damage. Okay. That's your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
5 points of.
Oh,
Healing.
take that back.
Healing.
I can't use a bonus action to heal. Sorry.
Yeah, you just used your bonus. Sorry. So Ellen, take those 5 points back. Away.
Okay.
Sorry. At the end of your turn, Pulse is gonna try to fire one last beam. Seeing that, he looks down at you, right, and he sees these lights on your veal, and you get see a moment, a glimmer of recognition and perhaps fear in his eyes, and he is going to shoot a beam at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's like over a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The petrifaction ray that hits you begins to
Ooh.
seize up your body, but you manage to shrug it off, and the stone
Yeah,
breaks at your
stop it.
feet.
Oh.
And that is his turn. At this point, Roscoe, getting really fed up about not being able to do anything.
Did he roll saving throw at the end of his last turn?
Oh, he did not. He still fails.
Shit.
I'm rolling shit for him.
What are you gonna? Don't you jump off the ship?
Roscoe
Jesus.
is gonna. Let's see if we can do an acrobatics check.
No! If he fails!
That is a. Hold on. I forgot what his modifier is. It's a high modifier for acrobatics for
Yeah,
him.
but what if he rolls in that one?
He rolled a 10, plus 8, so 18. He's fine. So you see Roscoe just leap off the side of the ship and land on this rider's on the back of the
Oh,
wyvern.
jeez.
Is he going to
And
end up riding a wyvern? 'Cause
He's gonna
that's
start.
weird as
He's gonna-
shit.
he just starts chomping off of it. On how far did he go? He was here. He went 30 feet. Yeah, he can get back onto the ship if he jumps back. He kills this guy. He's gonna do another flurry of paws. Yeah, those all hit. And then the last one. Yup. Last goes ridiculous. So 31 points of damage to this thing. You see Roscoe leap off of the Elaine and onto the back of this Crimson Rider. Immediately, as he comes in for a landing onto the back of the Wyvern, he gives a swift kick to this guy's backside and then 2 more uppercuts, followed by just digging his teeth into this guy's neck, spraying blood everywhere, and then he shakes the corpse in his mouth a bit and then tosses it over the side of the
Oh my
wyvern.
god.
And then that's a nat 20, so he just jumps right back onto the ship. Oh, that's not the right one.
Oh my god. Fucking danger boy, Jesus.
That brings us to Ellen. Ellen, you are currently plummeting your wing, but you are free. Your wings flare out.
Stop.
Oh, thank goodness.
Do you have any
I'm
potions?
flying under the ship.
You're about 10 feet down. You can
Oh.
see Ilaria. She's kind of crawling around down there.
I'm moving my insight to her.
Okay, give me a roll. She's kind of like, she's kind of like hanging on the underside of it. Yeah, I'm never gonna beat that. No, I rolled an 8. No, you got it on her.
Wait, is she on that side? Which side of the ship is she
She's on the underside of the ship, but
Oh.
she's on that side, kind of.
Can I, be, under the ship, but,
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Oh my god. But if you get hit, oh my god. You're giving your cleric a heart attack!
I know, I'm giving myself a heart attack!
If
You have no
You're
HP,
just
I
gonna
can't heal
fall.
you now.
Like, we're not gonna be able to do anything.
Oh shit, that definitely hits.
I can't heal you!
You see Ilaria under the ship, and you knock an arrow and take careful aim and let loose, and it just lands right into her big bulbous abdomen, and she hisses in pain and looks back at you with a glare.
Helen, she's going to attack you.
I know, I wave and, hey,
You have a
let me
+1
just,
to AC currently.
let me just see if I have,
Spellcasters.
You
let
have
me
more
just-
movement.
I have 0 potions of healing. Okay,
Oh.
You have
okay.
more movement to use. You've only used like 25 feet. You still have another 25.
Please get back on the boat.
I have another 25 plus, no, I have 60 feet of movement.
Oh, that's right. So
So
you
if-
actually have 35 feet of movement. You could get up back up onto the boat. You could kind of zoom around the way you came and land
Ooh,
back.
and I'm gonna sit here, land on the deck, because I do not like
Okay.
being.
All right. Top of the round. The evacuum crystal that's on fire explodes. In It's not like an explosion, like it's not like a nuke or anything, but it bursts and shatters, and the ship lurches again. And I need all of you to make strength saving throws to keep yourself onto the ship.
I'm going to
If
fall
I'm floating, does it count?
No.
I'm
Roscoe
going
rolled
to
a nat
fall
one.
off. I
Okay,
rolled
no.
a 8.
17.
Well, no, it's an 8 total.
8 total. Yeah, that doesn't make it. Roscoe also failed. What did you roll, Goff?
17.
17. You succeed. Yep. So you're all thrown, knocked prone, and thrown 10
All of
feet.
us?
Bye, everybody.
No, the ones who failed. So Roscoe and Hirai.
Bye.
Ellen, did you roll a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You passed.
Wait. Did he have to-
Hirai, as you go over the edge, you scramble over the edge over the side of the railing, and you can make an acrobatics check to try to grab on. Or
I only
athletics, whatever you
rolled,
choose.
like above a 10 like twice tonight.
Athletics or acrobatics, whatever you choose. Roscoe slides a little bit this way. Actually, I didn't do one for Jack. He fails too. Wow.
15.
15. As you're careening over the side of the edge, you barely grab on at the last minute and hold on to the side of the railing. You're dangling there. That brings us to Ilaria.
Hi.
She scuttles back up onto the side of the ship,
Wait,
and
am I paralyzed
Oh.
somehow, or?
oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about you completely. No, go on. It's your turn.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's
What
been
am I-
Don't want those acid balls getting in your way,
Cecil,
huh?
it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna twin spell another chromatic orb,
Okay, cool. Roll the attack.
and I'm gonna hit those other two wagon riders.
You still have a bardic inspiration you can use on attack rolls if you
I
want.
used my bardic inspiration.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was
I
on
think it was
the.
I think it was on a check.
Alright, unfortunately neither.
No saving
I
throw.
I can use the
You can.
root to send out a
Reroll.
sorcery point and reroll. So,
Yeah. Oh, this is good music
I wouldn't
right now.
I wouldn't re-roll damage, would I? So I just
No,
like,
the damage
re-rolled it.
stays.
So just roll a d20 plus.
Plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So plus 8, I think. D20 plus 8.
Oh my god, buttons. Why? Oh.
That just hits.
Oh.
Which ones are you attacking? Just the Crimson Riders?
Yeah, the two remaining Crimson Riders.
Okay. Your acid ball of the chromatic orb launches out, and it seems like it's about to go off course, but you focus your sorceress expertise and manage to correct it at the last minute, and it slams into both of these Crimson Riders, corroding much of their robes, and you start seeing underneath sort of like the leather armor that they're wearing, and the one here, he fails. So it sort of caught him off guard, and he topples off of his wyvern.
I wheel around and I give Kolsk another goofy thumbs up.
This one looks like he's in a good condition, but that's the end of your turn. Or are you
Yeah, it's
gonna
the end of my
continue?
turn.
End of your turn, Kolsk is going to fire a ray. That. Okay. Can I see you? Can't see you. I need you, Sissel, to make a Constitution saving throw.
I
think you're
thought
good at
we
this.
were friends.
Wait, if
Yeah, you're no longer friends at this point. You do succeed, though.
you.
You feel the stunning energies of the paralysis ray hit you, and you manage to shrug it off.
No, we're not friends anymore. This friendship's over.
That
We're
brings us-
canceled.
We're canceled.
That brings us to Alaria's turn, and desperate to take you all. She sees the tide of battle turning a little bit, and desperate for a war of attrition, she is going to attack the evacuum crystal with her sword.
Jerk.
That is a natural 1, and
Yay!
she's got a multi-attack. So the second roll was a 12 plus 6, so it's an 18 that hits.
No.
So with that long sword, Oh, she can make 3 attacks. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm gonna only say 2 because I said it was 2. So she does only 8 points of damage. How much damage is this thing taking so far? Not nearly enough. Okay. She slices into this thing with her longsword, the blade lodging inside the large crystal, and you see some electricity beginning to arc around the crystal as it continues to fade in power. Goff, it is your turn.
Is Hooray still hanging off the boat?
Yes.
Off the ship?
Mm-hmm.
But she grabbed on.
She grabs
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I'm like holding on to the railing. I
She's
can
holding
pull
onto the
myself
railing.
up.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna use my spell points this time because my ring is empty. I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds again.
Okay.
Because things are looking real bad.
Who are you casting it on?
Everyone. Jack.
Including Jack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone.
Roscoe's full health. Sissel is a little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The circle I place, like a kind of an asylum. Okay, I'm gonna cast it so that it hits Jack, Ellen, myself, and Haraith. So 4 people.
Okay. Roll full
yeah.
healing.
11 and 19 plus my big number 4, so 23.
23 points of healing.
Yay.
So 23 to Ellen, Haraith, Jack, and
Yourself.
me. And I'm gonna use my bonus action because I don't fucking know, like, this dude's, like, what is it? I don't know what his dexterity is like, but I'm gonna fucking do this shit because I'm getting fucking sick of this floating off the ship bullshit.
Okay.
Goff's like getting tired of this. I'm gonna use Grasping Vine and try and pull that fucker to the ship.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna plant that thing, like, you know, just kind of
What
like
do you need me to roll?
dexterity saving throw.
Alright, he does not have. So that is a 4 plus 2.
Yes!
Yeah!
Pull that fucker to me. He is next to me now. He is right in front of me.
Okay, is he restrained currently? Is that what the grasping vine does, or just pulls him to
Let
you?
me check.
He's a large creature. Is that also affected? He's a size
When you
larger.
cast a spell, you direct a vine lash out a creature within 30 feet of you. You can see the creature must have succeeded a saving to be pulled 20 feet directly toward the vine.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't say anything about the size.
he just got pulled toward you. He's not restrained or anything.
No, he's just pulled. He's just
Alright.
pulled towards me, and I can use a bonus action to activate. That was a bonus action, so
Yes.
I can use it again to activate it to pull. But he is now,
In
he's
range.
basically now in melee range, and
He
yeah.
growls at you, and at the end of your turn, he's going to fire another ray. This time, I need you to make. Let's see.
The dex saving throw.
No, it's not.
Is it a con? What is it?
It's a con save. I need you to make a con.
Okay, at least I have a bonus in that. Yeah, I got it. 18 plus 3.
Okay, yeah. Actually, this one actually has a half damage thing. So let me,
Oh shit. All right.
he hits you with the enervation ray. You take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Ow. I'm like pulling on this, like I feel like I'm pulling on this rope, like with him wrapped around him, and I'm just like looking
you're-
at him.
We're wailing.
Yeah,
Just
I'm like wrangling this motherfucker now.
Jack sees Ilaria, and he just immediately unleashes
Please
another
fuck her
3
up,
shots at
yeah.
her.
just annihilate this horrible woman.
Yeah, those all hit because he has a plus 11 to hit. He's so fucking stupid. Okay. Actually, you know what he's gonna do?
So's a beholder.
He's gonna do some sick gunslinger shit, and he's gonna use a trick shot to push her away, knock her off
Is
again.
one of the shots a trick shot, or is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 3d10 rolls plus his modifier. Ooh, wow, that was a big roll. Big roll. Big spicy
Big
roll.
roll, big
Good.
roll, big cinnamon
Uh,
roll.
40
Big
points of
dinner roll.
damage.
Yes!
Holy
Fuck
shit.
her up!
Fans his hammer at Ilaria, and 3 bullets rip through her torso, and she's bleeding this disgusting purple blood all over the place, and she coughs up a little bit. See some of it
Good.
start trickling down her mouth. She has to make a strength saving throw to avoid being
Knock
knocked
her
off.
again.
Oh, she gets knocked off.
Yay!
She gets pushed 15 feet and thrown.
Yeah,
And
it's
that
me.
is going to be his turn. He is going to take some cover behind here.
Wait.
Ellen, he comes up to you, and he pulls out the healing potion that I think you gave him a while ago, or Goff gave him.
I thought he drank that immediately.
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He pulls out the healing potion you gave him a while ago and he hands it to Ellen. Seeing that you're in rough shape. That brings us to the remaining Crimson Rider, who's gonna.
Quick question: is it possible that I could have him pulled next to me? Because I tried to do that. Kolsk. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make it so that if he tried to get away from me, that I could at least take advantage of it.
At the end of Jack's turn, he's gonna fire another ray. His last ray. Goff, I need you to make a dexterity saving.
The fucking dex, man. Not enough.
What'd you get?
11.
Alright. The disintegration beam flies at you. You take 34 points of force damage.
Yikes.
God.
It's not looking great.
That was actually I rolled a bunch of ones on that.
I mean, yeah, if it was disintegration, that's...
It's a 10, yeah, because disintegration has got an average of 45.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not looking great for Goff.
The remaining Crimson Rider is going to fire once more at the Evocaine Crystal. That hits. Just barely.
Great.
Oh, that's a big hit. So that chips off the last of its health as the second Evocaine Crystal bursts into flames. And I need... The ship lurches to the right this time. It begins to start nosing downward in a downward descent. I need everyone holding on to make strength saving throws.
What do I do if I'm literally like I haven't even gotten off?
You have to hold a strength save. You have to do a strength saving because you're holding onto the railing. You have to see if this will keep you from falling off.
I got an 18.
You're fine.
I failed.
What'd you get?
Rolled a 3.
You see Hiraith lose her grip on the railing and plummeting.
But there's a wing below her, or is it above her?
No, that's. I used an airship map. They're not exactly identical to what it really looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, those. It's mostly a dirigible. There's not even really a mast. Mostly, it's the mast is holding up some other stuff. So you see Hiraith just plummet into the blue.
Do I see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sissel, get on that road.
So Ellen. Did Ellen roll one? I didn't see it. Unless Mel had that.
Not here.
Roscoe failed as well.
I mean, she has her wings out. She's just on the deck right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that matters.
Roscoe failed. Goff, you succeeded. Sissel, you succeeded. Ellen did not roll one. I'll roll one for her. I'm assuming. Mel had to hide. So strength. Yeah, Ellen succeeds. Okay, so and Jack succeeds. So the only one who, other than Hiraith, who is thrown is Roscoe. He's flung 10 feet in this direction. That brings us to Kolsk, who's going to fire 3 beams. Oh shit, I gotta reroll that. Okay, because I can't have duplicates. Can't have duplicates, come on. Okay. Okay. Goff, I'm gonna need you to make another dex saving throw. And,
oh man. I'm gonna put this guy in a fucking locker.
Same with Hiraith. I need you to also make a dex saving throw. And
Can I even avoid something if I'm just falling?
Yeah, you can. And actually, a third dex saving throw this time for Sissel. So everybody dex.
I got a 16.
You just succeeded. So the necrotic beam flies out at you, and you just dodge it. Hiraith. 22. You also you spin in midair as you're falling, and the disintegration beam.
I'll die when I hit the ground, thank you!
Sissel, you too dodge just out of the way as the petrification beam flies past your head, and Kolsk roars in frustration. Hiraith, you are falling.
I'm falling.
But as you're falling,
I don't even know if I have my viol.
You have your viol still in hand. You are. I'll give you like a bonus action or free action to try to grab onto the side of the ship.
Okay.
If you want to. Give me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you choose. What is it?
15?
That just succeeds. So you throw your hand out and grab onto the side, of the ship, taking a few splinters and your hands digging into the hull as you manage to catch yourself. As you're clinging to the side of the ship and looking up at Kulsk, you feel just this power welling up inside you, and you feel your.
I can't
like
play
ti-
it if I'm holding on to it.
It feels like time is slowing down, and you feel a heartbeat. You look up at Kulsk, and you focus your bardic voice on this feeling. Do you use your action to invoke this power?
Yeah.
You can use you need a spell slot to invoke it. What level spell slot do you use?
Alright, let's see. I got 6 points left.
You can
Look
use
at 8.
4th.
So let's go 4th level.
Okay.
Just blow it all.
I've been dispelling magic this
I
whole
need
time!
I need you to roll 9d8.
What?
Okay, hold on.
What?
Feel free to use a roller if you want.
Yeah, I don't like roll 20, but
Might roll better
that
than
for
you've been
gamers,
rolling
I say
tonight.
for it.
98?
9d8, yes.
Holy shit!
Woo, 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 woo.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Okay. That was really low.
Wow, thanks.
No, you rolled a lot
Pretty-
of 4s. It's average. Pretty average.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if he succeeds. Nope, he does not succeed on the next saving throw. Here, Wraith, as you're standing there, or clinging to the side of this,
As you're barely holding on for dear
clinging
life,
to the side of this,
venom spells.
this airship, you feel this presence all around you, and you look below you and to your right and behind you, and you see a number of dwarven apparitions surrounding you.
Oh my
All
god.
steely faced and staring upward toward Kulsk. And these are warriors, ancient spirits from a day gone past. They all hold their shield and spears up at the ready, and on your command, the spirits rush in a blinding flash upward toward Kulsk. And how do you want to do this?
Oh! Gosh, I was just so overwhelmed by like the image of it that I'm not prepared to like.
Holy shit,
this.
dude.
Let's see. I just want to like. I'm directing the spirits.
Yes.
Okay, I want like several of them to kind of like form a ring around them, and then all at once they're all going to kind of like slice through them, and then there's going to be like one at the end that just goes right through.
Okay. You point your finger wordlessly up toward Kulsk, and your legion of dwarven apparitions fly upward. Kulsk, his large eye growing wide in surprise and fear as he is surrounded in a ring by these spectral warriors. He's looking all around, his eye stalks are turning every which way, trying to calculate some means of escape from this attack. They all lower their shields and their spears, and then in one single fluid movement, they all charge toward him, glowing with a radiant energy. They all spear him directly through the center, as one final spirit that you notice is a dwarven woman flies upward, slicing him directly in two. And you see this
Nice.
gash appear, cleaving him directly in two as this white light pours out of him. He stares down at you. Magnificent. And his two halves fall and careen down into the blue below.
It was a death for the songs, Kursk!
That's your turn.
Yes. Well, can I use my movement to climb up?
You can. Yes.
Okay, I'll just get right here on the deck then.
Okay.
I have Gatsby. It's
That
like
brings
a
us to Roscoe. Come on, Roscoe.
Come on, Roscoe!
Right.
Come on, Roscoe, do it!
That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Chompers.
Fucking monks, man. Monks don't give a shit.
One of those misses, but two of them hit. This guy looks like he's on his last legs anyway. But Roscoe does another. Oh meow, meow.
Yeah, sorry. I have a cat.
Oh, Roscoe does another 14 points of damage, which is just enough
Good.
as he rips this
Good.
guy. This guy turns in surprise as Roscoe looks at him, and
The dog jumps at him in
the
midair.
dog jumps at him in midair, and he starts to point his musket at Roscoe, and Roscoe somehow gets underneath the musket,
In
grabs him underneath, like he spins in midair and grabs him underneath his arm and just jumps down and rips his arm off.
Oh my god!
Oh!
And the guy
Roscoe!
He's
screams
so
in
much more
terror.
brutal than any of us.
The guy screams in terror as he loses his balance and plummets off of the fiber. And at that point, Roscoe then uses the remainder of his movement. Yep. To jump 11 plus 8. To jump right
Jesus
in time.
Christ. Brave
Uh,
boy.
That brings us to Ellen. Is Mel here?
He still
Mel.
has to hide.
Okay, well, we'll hold for
Mel,
now.
Mel always misses like the really cool stuff.
Oh
I
no!
know.
The timing is just so unfortunate. I hate it.
I know, it sucks. We'll hold for now. We'll do Sissel. Sissel, you see Ilaria plummeting through the air.
Alright, I want to make sure that she doesn't come back.
Okay. She's still kind of clinging to the side with like a webbing.
Yeah.
She's still got like some webbing stuck there.
The spider versus the crow.
Question.
I like thinking
question.
thematically.
Yeah. Question: Does the rich features, are they actions or bonus actions?
The crows?
Yeah.
I'd say they're a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh please God, yes.
I want
Hell
to summon
yes.
a swarm of crows.
Yeah!
What flavor?
Necrotic flavor.
Ooh.
And I want to give
Alright,
her
roll
a
it.
disadvantage on
Gatsby,
dex
get
checks.
down.
Okay, give me a
Down.
You roll the damage on the birds.
Yeah, 2d6.
6. Okay, 8 damage. As you summon a swarm of spectral crows that begin cawing and swirling around Ilaria, and she starts batting them off as she is trying to regain her composure. She's still attached to the side of the ship via her webbing, but she's very desperately trying to hang on.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fix that. I'm
Okay.
gonna expend 5 charges on my staff and cast Fireball.
Oh,
Nice.
oh my god!
And she has disadvantage on dex checks now,
Yeah, she
right?
does.
Yeah, she
Oh
does.
damn the fucking combo.
Let's see.
Feel the
She's got a
burn.
+3 to Dex. So let's see. Oh, she's already rolled a 2, so she's yep. Okay, so you see her form batting away these crows and swinging sort of on a downward arc on her webbing in midair. You let loose a fireball from your staff, and she sees this at the last moment and holds up her humanoid arms in surprise as her entire body is absolutely incinerated.
Yes.
And all you see is this charred spider corpse, which then swings downward and hangs limply on the underside of the ship
Jesus.
from the webbing.
Yo, what's
That one
up?
still has like 1 HP.
I was so afraid so
Okay.
many times.
Oh man, yeah, no, that one was so spicy.
Holy
Made it.
fuck.
Okay. As you're all standing there, taking in the calmness of the battle,
I think you're blowing my
the
mind.
ship
Be worried
rocks
about it.
one more, and you realize that the ship is losing altitude.
Is the one crystal has it exploded yet?
It looks like it's about to.
Can we like put
Um,
out the fire?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
I'm gonna-
try to
I
put
want-
out the fire.
I want to say that like what I was gonna do after this guy bit it, I was gonna run over to that. I was gonna try and use the decanter on that.
Okay.
I was gonna pull out the decanter and try and use.
I need you to, as you're heading your way over there, I need you to kind of make a deck saving throw to not fall over because the ship is currently rocking very heavily and on a steep downward decline.
Well, I didn't succeed. I mean, I rolled bad.
I rolled a 22 getting over there.
Yeah, you're fine.
Uh,
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
You roll a 7, and you.
So like, how far can I move? What kind of
trip.
crawl?
Where are you? You're over
I'm
there.
by the.
You
I'm
begin
by-
running toward the fire and just trip and fall prone and slide a few feet. And if the decanter's in your hand, I need you to make an athletics check to try to hold on to it. Otherwise, it's gonna tumble out of your hands.
Could I have helped Goff at all when we were running?
I think I succeeded. I rolled an 18.
Yeah, you're
plus.
fine. So you managed to keep onto it, but you're on the ground right now.
I'm gonna try and. I guess if we're doing turns still, I guess do I have to wait or can I try?
There are no
and throw it
turns.
to-
There are no turns.
I'm gonna try and throw the decanter to Haraith then, like
Oh,
get
okay.
it in the direction.
Do I make a check to try and catch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do an acrobatics check.
Oh boy, acrobatics, I'm so good at that. Can I do athletics? I'm better at that.
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
17.
Yeah, you catch it.
Okay.
You catch
Yeah,
it,
well,
like
I
you
probably-
hold your
I
hand
probably-
out
I
football
probably-
style, like you've been watching on the scrying orb.
I mean,
And
do I remember what word to say to make it?
Yeah.
What
What's
word
the
is
word?
it?
Did we ever? I don't think we learned
You
it.
have fountain. You have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's. Hold on, let me.
So stream is 1 gallon, fountain is 5 gallons, and geyser is 30 gallons.
I'm
so
gonna do
would
geyser. I'm just gonna
Okay.
like fireman hose this shit.
Okay, so you fireman hose this thing, and you manage to put out the fire. Fire is out now, but the crystal itself looks cracked.
I
all
wanted
the way
to
through,
try.
and it is
Oh.
totally like dim. There is no glowing to it whatsoever.
I was like, if there are small cracks, I was gonna use mending, but that ain't gonna do shit here.
It's out of juice.
Plus, mending's like a
Okay.
minute-long cast, isn't it?
Is
No.
It
it?
takes a while.
No, it's an
Oh,
action.
it does take
Oh,
a
wow,
minute.
okay.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
hear
walk.
a voice waft over the Highland breeze as you are. The ship continues to shake violently, and you're still hundreds of feet in the air. And as you look down over the railing, you see the tree line of one of the Highland's many pine forests, just a blur of green below you, and the jagged white peaks on either side growing larger and looming larger. And you hear Door toward the aft of the ship just saying, "This is bad. This is very bad.
Did you not think that anybody would ever try to attack them?
No, this is a prototype. How was I supposed to know?
Well, what do we do?
I'm gonna try a controlled descent."
While this is all happening, just for insurance purposes, in case we start taking any damage from falling or anything, I'm gonna use 3rd level secure wounds on Ellen.
Okay. Didn't she also heal from your mass cure wounds?
Did
Wasn't
I do that? Did I do that after Ellen left?
No, I don't remember.
I remember
really don't
Red
remember.
not being here when that was cast. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, no, I did not.
No, I healed Red.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
okay.
I think maybe Ellen was full when I used it.
That's possible.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was full. He had 53 hit points. Now he has 3.
Well, he's gonna heal. Not 17 HP.
17. Okay. All right. So
Just in case there's any other extra damage coming our way.
the Elaine bucks sharply to the right to avoid an oncoming mountainous cliff, and the hull scrapes violently against the rock. You hear a sickening rip as one of the jutting crags tears a hole in the side of the canvas balloon,
Oh, that's happening.
and followed by kind of a small explosion as a sharp release of air results. It flails away from the mountainside as Dor pulls the wheel to the right in order to try to pull away from it sharply. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Is it possible for me to do something where I like try and hold people?
Yeah, you can try to hold people. You would use an athletics check to do that.
Like to try and like secure people who might be. I mean, maybe I guess Ellen and Sissel maybe not struggle so much because they have
You
flying.
see,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
flying. I don't know.
Ellen is hovering, flying. Sissel, you're kind of flying in tandem with the
I'm gonna.
ship.
Can Roscoe be near us at this point? Because he's up on the
Yeah,
top.
yeah. He's.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna grab onto Haraith and Roscoe during this. So like, do I need to do 2
Roscoe
checks?
actually fails his throw. Yeah, you can do.
So I need to do
two
dex for
athletics
myself and
checks.
athletics for holding on to people.
Yeah. Oh god,
Can
I
you do
sent
two-
tackle below decks before the fight started. Is he okay?
Do I have to do
Oh, no.
do athletics per person or just for both?
Per person.
Okay, so I need to do 3 checks. Okay. Well, I actually rolled a 16 on dex.
You succeed on that. You manage to.
Uh,
The ship rocks violently, but you manage to keep your footing.
Was it strength or athletics?
Athletics.
Okay, 17 on the first
Okay.
and 16 plus 8 on the second. So
Okay. Who are you holding?
Haraith and Roscoe.
Okay, so
Because Alan and Sissel still have flight capability.
yeah,
right?
you move your towering Goliath form over to your small companions, and you scoop them up, one under each arm, as you're holding them, and you brace yourself against the mast.
Yeah.
Jack's fine. The ship
He's got a
rocks.
grappling hook.
The ship rocks, and he manages to kind of move with it, and then he braces himself against the lattice.
As soon as I remember tackle's still below decks, I immediately go to look for him.
Okay. You start heading below decks, and you see as you're going down the stairway that goes down below the decks, you do see tackle starting to come up, and he wobbles a little bit, but manages to catch himself, and he looks up at you, seeing you flying down on the broom, and he just goes.
Oh, I'm gonna hunker down with him and grab onto him.
Okay. Okay. At this point, you see several more cliffs rising up, with the Elaine heading straight for them. And to the right, roughly 45 degrees, you see a wide open snowfield next to an open crevasse in the ice. And Dora is attempting to pull the ship's wheel to the right, but it seems stuck, and he's struggling in vain, and the veins on his arm are starting to bulge out as he is using all of his might to try to pull the ship.
Do I see this? Do I?
You all see this.
Can I try and help him?
You're holding 2 people right now.
Can I let go? Well,
You could put them down.
I mean, if I like see this, can I like release my hold and try and go help him?
You can attempt to, and other people can attempt to as well.
I'm gonna try and get to him and help him.
Me too.
I don't know how far I can move.
You run up. The ship is shaking and rocking from side to side, but you manage to get yourself up to the ship's wheel. I want both of you to give me pure athletics checks as you attempt to help him pull.
Ooh!
I rolled really bad.
That's okay, because I rolled a big 2-0.
Nice. Okay, so 11 total for you and a natural 20 for Goff. Hiraeth, you see your father struggling, and you grab onto the wheel and begin to try to turn it with him. It's still struggling a bit, and then Goff lumbers up and grabs one side of it, and you just see him grab 2 of the handles jutting out of the wheel and almost effortlessly go. and the 2 of you are almost thrown off balance by this, as suddenly lilts to one side. Making its way clear of the mountain, and you feel one final heave as the Elaine, in its descent, bottoms out. You feel this lurching feeling as you sort of like a momentary feeling of like floating, and more metal and wood splinter off the hull as it barely clears the mountainside and scrapes along it, and it begins heading down toward the snowy ground coming up before it, and you all brace yourself. And with a thunderous crash, the Elaine slams into the packed snow, skidding across the open field and sending up a tidal wave of snow before it. At this point, I need all of you to make strength saving throws to avoid being thrown clear of the ship.
Well,
So
Well, goodbye, everybody.
yeah, I rolled a 9 total.
Nice knowing you.
I think like all of us are getting thrown. Wait, no, Sissel, you're on a broom.
Well,
Right?
right now I'm kind of
You're
like
on-
hunkered down on
Oh.
the stairs, like with tackle.
Oh. Well,
Oh
no, Ellen has her wings, doesn't she? Why does this not matter?
Roscoe succeeds. Funnily enough.
Ellen has her wings. Does she even get affected by this?
If she's floating, but she never specified that she was hovering
Well,
off the
then-
ground.
then
And
Mel-
if she
Mel
started,
left.
if she started hovering off the ground, she would start leaving the ship essentially, because as it's going downward.
Well,
Jack got a nat 20, so he's fine. He braces for impact. He sees the rest of you start losing your balance. He doesn't see Sissel; she's below deck, but he does. Oh, Roscoe's fine. He sees Ellen, who looks like she's shaky, and he pulls out his grappling hook and he fires it toward her, and it wraps around her, and
Oh
he
my
just
gosh.
grabs her and pulls her in.
All right.
Jesus.
Okay. The whole ship slams
whole
into the ground.
pounder.
The whole ship slams into the ground. Goff and Hiraeth, you are immediately thrown bodily
Why?
from the bridge. You are sent upward, careening with the underside of the canvas balloon. And from the impact, both of you take... Oh, wow, I rolled low. Okay, 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As you slam into the top, and then you come down again
Oh
for
no.
another. Oh, this was a little bigger. 15 points of bludgeoning damage to the both of you.
Great, love it.
Not looking good. Can't take much more fall damage.
The whole construction careens toward the edge of this crevasse, And then at the last minute, the nose of the ship teeters over the edge, wobbling over the chasm below. But the snow has at last broken its descent. And with a sigh, the whole ruined ship comes to a halt, and all is quiet now, save for the smoldering sound of the Avakium engines and the crackling of the snow and ice all around you.
I'm just going to yell weakly from where I am on the snow. Sorry we broke your boat, Dad!
What happened to me? Did I like beat my ass on the?
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
need-
You out, Cicely. Yeah, you smack your head. You're holding you're holding tackle to safeguard him, but you do smack your head, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can we pause like really briefly? I just need to go to the bathroom really bad.
Yeah, that's
And I
fine.
won't- I'll be right back.
So how does I feel about flying?
Very bad. It was already very bad, but then at one point she was falling, and then it was much, much worse.
Oh my god.
She's just thinking to herself, like, this is what happens when you defy the will of the gods and you try to fly when you're meant to be on the ground. But she's probably not going to tell her dad that, because he's proud of it, but...
He barely held onto the wheel, and as the whole ship comes to a stop, he falls backward onto the deck of the ship and just lies there, just arms spread out, like, just totally exhausted. He's breathing heavily.
Maybe next time you put cages around the Evokium crystals. Plates.
Maybe next time I'll put a ballista and fire it at anyone who dares attack us. Oh, my beautiful ship. What am I going to do?
Well, I guess Fireplane's back on the table now. We're gonna
I'm
need
back.
more vacuum to make another one, right? Oh god, man.
What's happening?
Banter.
Banter.
Okay.
Jack calls from the lower deck. Y'all all right?
Wait, did I land on
Hi.
the ship or in the snow?
You're still on the
Uh-huh.
ship. You kind of hit the top of the canvas
Uh-oh.
and then slam back out into the bridge, into the decks.
Okay.
You would have been thrown clear if there was nothing above you.
Okay. Ugh. Is Dora okay?
Dora's fine. He looks really tired. He's laying on the deck of the ship, just his arms outward, staring upward, looking at his ruined ship.
Well, I don't know. I anticipated the whole thing with the airship going.
We had an airship for a little while.
Aye, but she can be repaired.
About how far do you think we are from Crankshaft? Where are we?
Oh, we're in the fields. He kind of pulls himself to his feet, and with a groan moves out toward the railing and surveys his surroundings. I think this is the fields in the forest, just about, I'd say, an hour's walk. I'm in no condition to go to
From
make that
Crankshaft?
trip just yet. Yeah.
You think we should camp then?
It might be a good idea.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
I wouldn't disagree either.
What's the
Tackle says, "Meow."
Oh.
what's the area around us like? Is it pretty much just like wilderness?
You are currently in a large open field that is covered in snow, and to your west, you see a thick pine forest.
Okay, but there's no signs of people around.
No. You're in the
I come
wilderness
back
just
to a
outside the
nat
village.
1 strength saving throw.
Sorry, man.
It's
It's
fine.
okay.
It's fine, Jack. saved you.
Jack saved you. He grappled you with his grappling hook to keep you from flying off the ship.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
It crashed. The ship's crashed. We're on the ground now.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all
And
fine.
Coles died in a pretty cool way, and you missed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You can listen
It's
to the
okay.
recording later.
Ilaria died in a pretty cool way too, and you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me.
at least Red's recording it so that you can hear it the way it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, Haraith did some real dope shit.
Yeah.
So
it's cool as
Haraith,
fuck.
I'm gonna put a couple things in your
Oh.
Aww.
You're lucky. You
Eyes
got a couple of
emoji.
things. Your viol, specifically, is an item.
Okay.
Oh,
Put that in your journal. And then information on the Blood of Steel song.
Ooh.
So they should both be in your journal now.
I like how I like how both of the how do you want to do this is for like the past two character arts were gained with like a spell slot blowing Hail Mary.
Yeah.
wait, what was the what happened with
The
the
beast
previous-
of Black Wind Ball was
Yeah, with Sissel.
Was that the last? Was that all your spell points?
Yeah, that was all
I
my
didn't know
spell
that.
points. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I only had just enough for that acid ball.
Oh my god, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, that was really cool.
Sorry, I'm reading.
No, it's fine. Dor begins pulling himself down off the wreckage of the ship, throws out a rope ladder, and begins descending into the snow below.
I'm gonna eagerly get onto the ground and just kind of lay there with my arms around it like I'm giving the earth a hug.
You see Roscoe jump off the side of the ship into the snow next to you, and he starts doing like a doggy snow angel.
Oh.
He starts rolling his back in it.
I'm
What,
just gonna like hold on to Tackle and like make sure he's okay.
If I fly up a bit, what do I see?
What do you see? You are currently the ship is currently at rest in a large open field that is covered in snow. It's the front of its ship, the nose, is teetering somewhat dangerously over a large crevice that
Oh.
dips down into a big icy chasm. And to your west is a thick pine forest that surrounds the mountains that lead into Crankshaft Hold. You're about an hour away on foot.
I didn't know that we were partially over a crevice. That I don't remember.
Crevasse.
Are you looking at all the stuff you just got and you're like, holy shit?
So much shit.
I wanted to give you a new mechanic.
Oh man.
That's
It's
That's
real
so-
cool.
That's
There's
sort of
so
like
many things.
it's like I imagined like the chanter from Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I might balance it out later if it turns out to be too powerful, but I have further ideas for it.
Okay, yeah.
What time of day is it?
It is the sun is starting to go down.
Okay. About what I thought. Okay. Is it completely covered in snow everywhere?
Yeah.
Is the ship like teetering on the edge of this crevice, or is it just
The front,
just
its
like-
front nose. Like I would say, if I were to,
like
if
is it
you
like
look at-
2/3 on the land and
it's
1/3
like
over?
it's like here, this much. If you see where I drew the ruler.
Oh, so barely any compared to the rest of the ship. Like the majority of the weight is not in any danger.
Yep.
Okay.
But and it's buttressed on either side by a lot of snow that had built up as it was sliding through the field.
How deep is the snow? Like at
Probably
a like a flat.
about 2 feet. It's
I'm gonna, after like embracing the earth and being on the ground again after that series of things, I'm gonna start trying to like clear a space like of open grass and like start setting up a clearing, I guess.
okay.
Or I guess we have a ship we could probably go inside of if we really wanted to, like. I don't know how fucked up is the bottom of the ship.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it was a sturdy enough construction that it hasn't broken apart.
Well, I'm gonna start setting up. Like, I'm gonna start trying to make like a fire.
But it's not flat. It's
So-
at an angle.
Did it like? I'm guessing all the Evokium crystals blew up, and that's
No,
how.
just no. Only
front-
one blew up. The second,
No, the
well, only one actually exploded. The one on the front right like lost all its power, but we put the fire out before it exploded.
But since it lost power to its front two engines, it went on a downward. It lost altitude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So as you all stand out in this snowy field. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just preparing like a clearing with a fire.
Okay. Give me a survival check. See if you can find enough. There's no wood in the immediate area. You'd have to go into the pine forest nearby to find some wood to make
I
a
guess I
fire.
would. How far away is the walk to the pine forest? How far away before I
Probably about. It looks to be about a 5-minute walk.
How long is the flight?
The flight? Oh, I mean it's half that if you're flying.
Yeah, I'll help Goff look for wood and things.
So you go into the pine
I
forest.
guess I'll communicate that. I will say we'll communicate that like if you can find some wood, I'm gonna start setting this up, and then
So, okay, so you're going
Do
to
I
the
need
pine
to roll?
forest, and
do I need to roll
Grabbing-
something still?
I just want to confirm what you're doing. You're going to the pine forest, grabbing wood, and then going out in the open to set up your camp.
Or I just wanted to make a fire. I don't even know if we're gonna sleep out here. I just wanted to make a fire.
Okay. So you both head out there. I need you both to make survival checks to find good, usable kindling.
Can I give him advantage on survival? Since
Yeah.
I'm like technically,
Yeah, you're
Helping.
assisting.
yeah.
Oh, that's better. 22.
You scour the floor of the pine forest for a while, and the pine forest is thick enough that not a lot of actual snow has hit the ground when you're actually in the forest.
Oh, okay.
And you manage to find enough dry kindling that you could that's not devoid of any wet snow to conceivably make a fire with.
All right. I guess I just pack that up and make my way back,
Okay.
or make our way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while they're doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking at this fucking sick viol.
The way I had it, the blast steel can be used with any instrument. I just
Yeah.
figured I'd also give you a magical item that you could use if you want to use that.
Yeah, that's really
Instrument.
cool.
I'm gonna look over and what? I'm gonna go over to Hirai and just be like, "Hey, that was really
Hey.
cool. I saw it. And I just wanted you to know that it was really cool."
Thanks. Apparently, this is just something I can do.
That's just something you can do. Were you able to do it before?
No, I just felt something, and then I felt something in the viol, and I felt like if I tried it, I could do something interesting, and I did, and it's hard to explain.
So I can summon crows, and you can summon a bunch of ghost dwarves.
True.
It's ghost what?
Oh, I summoned a bunch of like ghost dwarves, like the spirits of my ancestors, to like fuck shit up.
To shame
Yes.
mankind.
And they annihilated Court or Kolsk or whatever. His name is.
Yeah, they all just like lanced him to death.
And it
It was
was
fucking
Yes.
sick. And then Sissel like just absolutely immolated and incinerated the spider lady
Good.
with a huge fireball.
She's, by the way, she was hanging on the underside of that ship, so she's probably a big old stain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what she should be.
It's okay. She
Is
she
she
far
like
surpassed
a-
the pistol threshold.
Is she? She's like a creature that can't come back, right? She's not like a devil that'll. Okay.
Did we
She's-
not
she's
kill
a
her last
fighter.
time?
No, she escaped.
No,
by-
she,
Yeah, she
I remember
got
she
a
ran
hole,
through a
so-
portal or something.
Oh, I don't. It was so long ago. I genuinely don't remember.
No.
They ain't coming back now.
Nope, she's squashed.
Dead.
She's
Oh,
a
and-
crispy little spider stain.
Okay.
There's only so much she can splooge before we catch her.
No,
I'm
no.
I'm, s- I'm not sorry, but
Not sorry.
I'm
You're not sorry
It's
at
not
all.
at all.
God.
As you're all, Goff, as you're preparing to make the fire, Jack actually joins you and assists you in getting it going.
When he first approached me, I do like a very, very slight recoil from him, kind of like a moment of hesitation, but then I start working with him, and maybe after a few minutes, I just take a moment and I just quietly put my hand on his shoulder and just look at him, kind of like,
He gives you
I mean,
a wordless nod.
Yeah, it just kind of like a hey, thanks, man. Kind of like that kind of vibe, and then keep going back to what I'm doing.
So after a while, you get a roaring fire going in this bitterly cold field, and you're right next to the hull of the ship, so you have a little cover from the wind. But it's not much, but it's enough to keep the fire going. You will take some time to warm up, recover a little bit from your injuries, and as you're resting, I'm going to say that you all level up to level 10.
Nice.
28 hit points!
Dude,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
how do I handle putting my HP up? Do I just increase the amount I have by the amount that I gain? The max, like...
Yeah, this you're not going to get your yeah, you gain those hit points, but you're not going to... Ellen, you're not having...
No,
you're-
I'm doing that so I can add them, so I don't have
Okay.
to do it in my head.
Okay. So, yes, you
You almost have as much HP as me now.
Shit.
just add the two together. Just add the new hit points that you have onto
My current HP
your current HP and your max.
and the max. Yeah, and the max.
You
yeah.
don't heal to full.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, not until a long rest.
Wasn't there a time? This is not me asking for this. Like, this is not me requesting this. But wasn't there a time that we did level up and replenish everything? Was
Yeah,
that, like
that
a
was-
temporary like thing you thought about doing, but then
But
I did that. I did that
aren't we
because you
taking a
guys.
long rest?
If you want to take a long rest, you can.
At some point, I'm assuming we are.
I'm adding in a new spell.
Or should we just take a short rest and try to get back, and then start people on the cure, and then take a long rest?
Well,
Well, I'm looking far better now.
Ellen suddenly looks really, really beefy.
I mean, it is getting late. Is the thing. I
But
don't
it's
know,
only an
getting-
hour walk.
it's almost dark.
I mean, it's up to you.
I just kind of like. I feel like if we walk
We just
into.
don't have a lot of spell points, so if something happens.
I mean, I have 0, but
Right, that's kind of part of it.
I could do something really stupid, but
What? What could you do?
I can just cast fly on myself whenever I want. Well, like once a day right now. So
Do we
like
take
I could
this
technically,
Oh.
I could technically just like cast fly and say my people need me, and then fly off.
How long does
But-
fly
Suddenly-
last?
Suddenly, Hirais doesn't fear flying.
Oh man, well I mean,
Oh, that's a conflicted. Yeah.
she'll have to get used to it.
How long does fly last?
I think an
How long
hour.
Like an hour.
Yeah, but you'd
10
only be able to
minutes,
fly
actually,
one way.
no. Yeah, I would. I'm not sure I'd be able to
Um,
get there in 10 minutes. Maybe.
What's the flying? What is your flying speed when you fly? Is it the same as your
60.
60?
Oh, so it'd be double or something, right?
You could get there in a half hour.
No,
you still won't be able to fly.
It only lasts 10 minutes, so.
Oh yeah,
fly
no,
only
that's-
lasts-
Ellen can get there.
Well, yeah, but
Yes.
you've.
It's invisibility. I think that lasts for an hour.
I don't
Yeah, but it's been some
remember-
time since you got the wings activated, and those only last for an hour, right? So you probably wouldn't have a.
How long has it actually been since the combat and everything?
Well, at this point, if you're taking a short rest, I'm saying it's pushing an hour.
Or we didn't need to decide if we're doing short rest or long rest. I mean, do we want to vote on it? Like, how do we want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
How do we want to do this?
I think we should press on and get there. We can, like. We know what direction we're going in. We have torches. I think we can try and get there. It's just an hour's walk. I just want them, like, I want them to start production on the cure as soon as possible so we can, like.
That's
So,
true.
I just don't like leaving that for a whole nother day to ruminate.
If you're sure.
Okay. Then we'll do a short rest. So I need to spend some hit dice because I'm in a very bad shape.
How does Roscoe always get out of these with like no?
He's
I
a
don't know.
slippery boy.
I mean, but he also is like I mean, except at the end, like he was messing up a bunch of rolls early on. So
But also, you just heal him to full all the time. Just like no one touches my dog.
well, yeah, he's my dog. He's my cool fucking dog. I will protect him with my life. I will do everything in my power to protect this dog.
You almost died doing it.
When?
No, but you're lower than.
No, that did not happen because I was trying to protect Roscoe. Roscoe was off doing his own thing, kicking his own ass. He was not even involved in what happened to me. That was just because I got hit by a disintegration
Man.
beam, which did like 38. If I had not like used Stone's endurance, I would have been a real danger. Well, I mean,
It came really close at a lot of times.
Ellen was really lucky on that one necrotic beam.
Oh, that
No
did me such a
kidding.
frighten.
God.
Okay.
Time to get my proficiencies.
Does Wraith normally
Expertise.
do something in with short
Oh, I
rest?
can do a Song of Rest, yeah. Finding what? 1d8. Everybody else gets 8 more hit points.
Oh, thanks. Means
As
that
I'm just like kind of testing out this cool new powerful awakened viol. Just
Yeah.
fiddling a little tune.
Wait, it's awakened?
Well, it's like got power
It's an
now.
instrument
That's a
of the
little
bard.
So I
bit
spent.
Well, it had like circles light up on it, didn't it?
Yeah, that
Is
was
that
just
all
an
the time, or just when I do the thing?
That's just with the Blood of Steel song. That's
Oh,
just
okay.
that was just a cool effect for this specific item. If you choose to use other musical instruments, I'll come up with some other effect for
Okay.
them that will reflect
Alright.
how many charges you
I
have.
still got some spell points. I got my HP back up to a decent amount, so I'm good. Spent like 6 hit dice, but it's fine.
Alright, it's totally out of juice.
Yeah.
I pass around food. I get shitty rations.
Be careful when overjuicing your
Yeah.
spellcasters.
Hey, Roscoe, come here.
Woof.
Are you okay? I've got in my hands one of the griffin feathers that I picked up forever ago.
Uh-huh.
And
Griffin feather?
yeah, it's a griffin feather. I picked them out like way like the longest.
Yeah, you stole it from the Myron Hawk
Yeah,
alchemy lab,
yeah.
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
long
Anyway,
time ago.
I've been thinking about this for a little bit. And are you okay if I test something out on you? Promise it's not gonna hurt you. It might be a little weird though.
Roscoe
I'm keeping an eye on the
looks over at
situation.
Goff. Roscoe looks over at Goff for a moment.
I look at Sissel, just like motionless, and I look back to him and I just very slightly nod. And I'm just
Okay.
watching closely.
I touch Roscoe softly on the head and I cast fly.
Oh.
And you cast what?
Fly.
My.
Fly
Wait,
for like
what?
2 minutes.
This
Fly.
this arcane magic begins surging through Roscoe, and he instinctively realizes what you've done, and he begins floating upward, his little paws hanging
Aw.
in the air, and after a moment, he starts zipping around you, doing barrel rolls and corkscrews. And he flies up to you and he licks your face.
Oh.
And then he flies up to Goff and licks his face.
Goff is kind of clapping a little bit, like, oh wow, that's so neat.
And then he flies above Hiraith and then drops down on her and then licks her face.
Aw.
Yeah, it only lasts about 10 minutes, so don't go too far.
He nods and he starts flying up on top of the balloon.
I just turn to the rest of the party and I shrug.
Wait, so what did you do? Is that a thing you unlocked? It will do when we leveled up?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I'm sort of tying it into the fact that I've had these griffin feathers for like ever, and one of the materials is a feather.
Oh,
of
okay.
Any kind of bird.
Cool.
Fly's a good spell, y'all.
He didn't even need to fly to take those riders down, though.
No!
That's just because I rolled really well on acrobatics checks. If I had rolled a nat 1, goodbye,
I know.
Roscoe.
That's why I was protesting against doing that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm glad it
I
worked,
was-
but
I was
He's a
a
brave
little
boy.
spooked. I was getting ready to die.
I was gonna
behind
be like,
someone.
do I need to give Roscoe my cloak now?
He's a brave boy.
Bad dog.
He is a very brave boy.
Oh, I have to unattune something.
Yeah, you have a lot of attuned
Oh.
items, don't you?
Goodbye, Stone of Good Luck.
Oh.
Oh.
It was
What are your
Really?
attuned items? You have the Stone of Good
Cube
Luck.
of
You have the
Force and
Cube
my
of Force.
Warhammer.
Yeah, you want to
Those
keep
aren't very
those.
good.
Cube
Well,
of Force is pretty much my staple at
Yeah,
this
it's your
point.
bread and
If so-
butter.
My
well,
get out of jail free card.
if I mean, I guess if you don't have it, someone else could use it. We could figure that out later.
I can't.
but-
My attunement slots are full.
Yeah,
I think a
I
lot
don't.
of people are
Roscoe
full.
doesn't have any attune things.
We can. Let's
We
put
can
the
make a
Stone of Good
collar.
Luck on a collar.
I wanted to make a collar with a Stone of Good Luck on it.
Okay.
I don't know anything about leatherworking.
Well, you can
We
find
might have to
someone who can do
request
that
for.
in Arcadia.
We might need to ask someone for help.
Hey, can we
What-
make a lucky collar for my good boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like that. Okay, so you take a short rest and you're gonna head back. Is that what the plan is?
Yeah.
guess so. How's is Doran on board with this? What's he doing?
He looks tired, but he's gonna follow your lead since you just saved his life twice now, and his daughter is going off that way. So
I offer my hand to carry him if he wants.
he gratefully accepts your offer.
Really? A dwarf
Yeah.
to be carried? All right.
Yeah, he's that tired. It's been a long day for Dor. Okay, it's been a
You're
long
just
few
carrying
days.
my dad. You're just like Princess
Don't tell
carrying
the
my
elf.
dad.
I mean,
You're
you
gonna
can
have to throw me.
Give him a piggyback ride.
I just watched like all 3 Lord of the Rings movies over the past week, so I'm just thinking about Gimli and how much he's like so got his dwarven pride. Like, don't tell the elf.
As you begin heading off,
Yeah, I give him a piggyback ride.
You all trudge through the snow. After a few minutes, you manage to find the main road again. As you,
Is Jack still with us? Is
yeah,
just-
he
Okay.
he heads out to the road with you, and as you all get out to the road, he kind of dusts the snow off of his boots, kicks them off, and he says, "Well, I think it's time for me to part ways."
Well, Jack, I never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad that we ran into you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Let's give him a
I'm
nod.
sure we'll see each other again.
Hopefully
I'm still
under
in the
good terms.
I'm still in the employ of the mysterious AB, but I will let him know that I will not go after you. That being said, I cannot guarantee you will not send lesser bounty hunters your way.
Sure, we can take care of them.
I'm sure you can. All right, well, I'll be seeing you. And he sort of turns and he waves to you as he puts his hands in his pockets and begins heading off down the road.
And then
The
on the
dusty
wind, there's just like
trail.
a whistle.
and then on the end, and then the screen turns black.
Tumbleweed blows by.
Screen turns black and it says "See you, Space Cowboy."
Oh my god!
Real Folk Blues plays gently on in the background.
Wow, 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 wow.
I was thinking like a western whistle, like just like echoing from the hills. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, the tumbleweed definitely blows by. That's canon.
A
I don't
tumbleweed
ever.
blows by in the middle of
Tumbleweed
the
is fucking snowy
snowfield.
field. Yeah. He's just like constantly surrounded like an essence or atmosphere. Like he's always got this weird cowboy shit going on around him.
Oh my god.
Goth is alarmed by the tumbleweed. He's like, what? How the fuck?
I've got dark vision, but if anybody else can't see at night, you might want to light a torch or something.
I think it's
Cast
Sissel
the
has-
light.
I think it's just
light,
Thistle.
or that.
I'm sorry about my human disabilities.
It's okay. We all know about the weak eyes of humans.
Goff, as you're walking up the road and you're carrying Dor behind your back, after a while, you hear just a slow, gentle.
Oh, he's so tired.
Goff just kind of like kind of a laugh. That was a bad one, but yeah, just like kind of chuckles. And I just readjust and keep working.
After about an hour, you manage to travel up the main road, and you the lights, the sun set by this point as you're getting into view of Crankshaft, and the entire bridge that you passed through when you originally came here is illuminated by a lot of large hanging lanterns. As you approach the front gear gate, you do still see that whole contingent of crankshaft regulars out front with Officer Thumak, who you encountered before, the very
Oh
tired
yeah, my
looking.
favorite one. Yeah.
As you're approaching, you see him step forward, just groggily, and he says, "Halt! Crankshaft holds on." Oh, it's you guys. What are you doing now? How are
Cheer
you gonna
up,
make
I
my
think-
life miserable?
Cheer up, I think we have good news for you.
No.
Let us in. I think we have a way to cure the plague.
We're
Well,
not
you were-
fucking with you.
I was told you could come and go, so.
Is he not surprised that we came without going?
He's so tired.
I don't think he
Yeah.
cares anymore.
No.
I want to try and do something.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to just when I'm like near him, I want to try and cast Greater Restoration on him, and, and reduce some of his exhaustion.
Okay. As you do that, you put a hand on him and cast Greater Restoration, removing his final level of exhaustion. So he's fine again. He looks up at you. He still looks tired. He says, "Great, now I can go another 16 hours. Thanks a lot."
Goff, he does that thing where he's like not sure how to respond or gesture, and he just kind of steps away and
Just
just.
leans over and whispers, "You can still pretend like you're not. Lie about it."
What'd you say?
I said lie about it.
He sighs. He says, "Alright, Gamlin, open the gate for them."
I was hoping he'd be a little more thankful, but whatever.
The gear door, the bottom gear panel slides away again as you saw before, and you are allowed entrance into Crankshaft Hold. You notice that when you get inside, there seems to be a bit of activity, and the elevator lifts that lead down to the bottom levels are moving again. You notice what look to be a number of Crankshaft regulars and other individuals wearing robes, white robes, heading down.
So do we want to mention the fact that two of the company heads were...
Monsters and died?
We're contractually obligated to mention that. I just want to mention.
That's fair.
I read that contract. I read it really closely. And we are required to let them know if there's anything involving the other companies that is the cause of the epidemic. And there definitely is.
And they were very much in service to Ganadar.
Give me an intelligence check, Ellen.
Intelligence.
No. Oh, very smart.
As you say the word Ganadar, you think for a second, and you think of the name Ajera Hand, and you start moving the letters
No!
around.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm so mad. I'm so
Tom
mad.
Marvolo Riddle.
I am Lord Voldemort.
Oh my fucking god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my fucking god. It's funny because during that fight I was like, I wonder what a Jerahan stands for. If neither of these people actually have those names. Oh my god.
One of them didn't even have hands.
Yeah.
What was their symbol again?
It was
an
an
eye.
open hand holding a supernova.
Oh, the company. I thought you meant Ganadar. Ganadar's an eye. The symbol's an eye, right?
Ganadar
Yeah.
is an eye.
That hurt me.
Well, sorry.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry for breaking you.
Oh.
I've been sitting on that one for a while.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is there any way we could have? I mean, besides player intuition, was there any way as a character we could have figured that out? Like,
no,
made the
player
connection?
intuition.
Yeah.
Player intuition entirely. I only allowed that check now because it
Yeah.
seemed like an appropriate moment.
It seemed like an appropriate moment to just be like, fucking.
By the way,
By the
Ellen like
way.
stops in the middle of the walkway and just like, oh.
Just God damn it!
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be right back real quick so I can put my foot away.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull on Horace skirt or whatever,
yes.
and just kind of gesture with my head towards her dad. Like, should I
Oh.
like?
I'm going to kind of gently,
Well, I don't know if I should let him
like-
sleep or not.
Well, no, we're here, so I'm going to like gently
Well,
put
yeah,
my
but he's
hand on
tired.
his. I know, but he needs to wake up so we can get all this stuff figured out, and then he can go to sleep.
We have rooms that we paid for here, too.
Yeah. I'm
We still have
gonna,
him for the night.
I'm gonna gently, shake his shoulder, try and get him to wake up.
Well,
We're here. We're back in Crankshaft.
I can smell it. Cold, sterile smell.
I don't like it either, but we should try
Alright,
to get things settled.
Put me down.
I'll gently put him down.
He sort of groggily stumbles a little bit, and then he rubs his eyes. All right, where to?
Well, we need to go wherever they can start manufacturing this cure, and then I suppose we can sleep.
Why don't we go take a trip to Wendell, head over to the Highland Futures.
Alright.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
was supposed to check in on something for him. Hiraeth looks into the middle distance, trying to remember the things that she's promised people.
You're
Wasn't
supposed to
it-
check in on the prototype,
Yeah.
Which we-
for
I
some
mean,
reason
we
I thought
did.
that.
smoldering wreck in a field outside of Crankshaft.
Oh well. Okay. Well,
We did.
we did what we
We
did
checked
what we
on
could.
it.
To secure it, air quotes.
I mean, it still technically exists. It can be fixed. It's fine.
Well,
I got a plus 12 to persuasion. It'll be
It's-
fine.
Well, but
I mean,
also,
your dad's door's right here, and he's the, like.
it was kind of directly sabotaged by like competition.
I have a
so-
lot of like very specific design suggestions, like put cages around the big
the
things
big
that
weak
can be-
spots.
that can be
It may
attacked
not-
and exploded.
Something tells me as a player that's probably not going to help be a possible thing. There's probably something that would fuck up, but I don't know. Yeah. Hooray should get in there and start making some design suggestions.
That just
Cup holders.
what game is it where like these things like originally Horizon, where they have like weak spots early in the game and they're just
What
out in
is
the
this?
open, and
What game is this?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero
Oh, I
Dawn, and then
never
later
played
like later the robots like actually have like cages protecting
Yeah,
the weak spots,
it's
and it's
cool.
super annoying.
It's cool because like they started having all these weak spots and you know destroy them, and then like the robots actually like adapt, like the way that they're constructed is adapted, and then they like start shielding and all this, so you have to like figure out how to deal with that. It's actually pretty clever.
Cool.
But yeah,
Okay, so
adapt this make this ship a little bit, yeah, and pants this prototype, please.
you all head north toward the outer tier of the city where you initially saw all of the company
Yeah, it's
headquarters, and door brings you toward the Highlands Futures headquarters. As you're proceeding through the city, it seems a lot more active than it was when you left. There's a lot of Crankshaft regulars running through the streets. They all seem to be in a hurry to get to the lifts that lead down into the lower levels.
Can I roll maybe like a check to see if I hear any conversation about what's going on?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Can I assist him on that? Like,
You roll a separate one. I'm not gonna let you.
Okay.
Well, I don't think mine's super great. Mine was you definitely got better than me, but mine was perception 13.
Yeah, my passive perception's like a 19, if that
Okay.
matters.
I mean, I'm just
No,
specifically
because
trying to-
you would have to actively be listening for
Okay.
it. Ellen, Goff, everything's happening so quickly that
Yeah.
you're rushing around. Ellen, you hear some scraps of conversation here and there, pertaining to securing the lower levels. You hear a couple of the crankshaft regulars. We have orders. We have to head down. Things have gone quiet.
Uh-oh.
It's usually not good.
Eventually, you get to Highland Futures headquarters, and when you head inside, you see another one of those kind of abstract art statues that you saw in their research vault, the kind of
Yeah.
floating cube that's spinning in the lobby. And the receptionist pipes up, "Welcome to Highland," and then she sees the door. She says, "Oh, Mr. Steelsong, this way. I'm sure Wendell will be happy to see you." And he nods to her wordlessly, and he's exhausted. He's totally wiped out. He takes you through the halls. You make your way up a few flights of stairs, and eventually you get to the CEO's office, which doesn't look quite like what you'd expect the CEO's office to look like. It's just a single door. There's a secretary outside, and you head on in to a fairly modestly sized office that overlooks some of the office workers below, and you see Wendell Thistlegear, the halfling that you encountered before. He's sitting at his desk, this small wooden desk that is pushed up on one side against the wall, and his head is on the desk, and he looks like he's tired too, and he's taking a nap.
Oh, same.
Yeah, very relatable.
Wendell, wake up. And he looks at Dor, and then he looks at the rest of you who are walking in here. And though you've healed a little bit, you're still bloody and torn
Yeah.
up. And some of you have just some of your clothing has been torn and ripped a little bit in places, especially
And
Goff, who
some
took
of it is
couple-
ash.
Yeah.
especially Goff, who took a lot of necrotic damage. It's just as
I-
shriveled up and worn away.
He probably like destroyed some of my garments with that disintegration beam.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit of it. A couple of the chain links on your
Yeah,
armor.
might need to update my clothing when I get back.
He looks. Oh, you found him. Does that mean you found the? And Dor is just silent.
Yes. Yes.
Where is it? Is it safe?
It's in a snowfield about an hour from here.
You made a landing.
We were
Not
trying
quite
to
by
escape, and we were beset upon by...
Did you know that Ojera Hand is an anagram for Gonador? Did you? Because I didn't.
What? Gonna? I don't know what that
I look at Elle and I'm like,
Dor?
and then I like, kind of like think like stare into the middle distance for a second, and I just like slap my leg. And I'm just like, oh.
Like Ellen knows that it probably means nothing to either.
She's just really sad
either
about
of them.
it.
She's just like, did you know this?
Gonador? I don't. Dor?
Sorry,
What's
evil
going
eye.
We
Dor.
were attacked by a lot of things.
The
but some of these
Ojera Hand
attacks,
CEOs.
And a bunch of Wyvern Riders, they attacked the
The prototype.
crystals. Not the crystals, sorry. They attacked the...
Evokium.
I keep forgetting everything. The Evokium. Which, honestly, by the way, you really should try to look into trying to protect that a little bit more. I mean, it was right out in the open. It was very difficult to stop them from just attacking them. But we did have to make a controlled landing. Mostly controlled.
You hear a sigh from Dor. The ship was destroyed mostly.
No, there's still a lot of ship there. I think you can salvage it.
Gonna take a while. You see Wendell
Oh.
as you're saying all this. Wendell, his jaw grows slacker and slacker, and after a moment he closes his mouth. He sits straight up, and he looks toward his desk, and you see him pull open a drawer on his desk, and he pulls out and slams on the desk a bottle of whiskey
Yeah.
Same.
in a
Yeah.
small tumbler, and he pours himself a whiskey into the tumbler. And he sets it aside and he takes the bottle and he starts drinking out of it.
By the way, do
But-
you know
but
what a
hey,
beholder is? Oh, do we know?
don't know-
Do
we
we
don't know
know what a
what that is.
beholder is?
We don't know what that is.
Okay,
Never
sorry.
heard of-
I don't.
Never heard of a beholder before.
By the way, do you know what of anything with like?
Giant eyeball. Floats.
No.
Can I try to draw what it looked like?
Yeah, you can draw. You need a
Lots of
performance
big,
check.
sharp teeth.
I want to try and also draw what the Drider looked like. Do I need to do 2 separate ones or just one?
Yeah,
You could do one performance check. You'll sketch them both really quickly.
Oh, that's actually not. Well, hold on. I have a -1, so 15.
15. You managed to sketch out a fairly serviceable picture of what the Drider and the Beholder looked like. Getting the basics down, it's not any sort of advanced piece of artwork, but it'll do.
I draw that and kind of.
Because this is what the Argera siblings actually were, as it turns out.
Oh my! Are they dead?
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, they're dead.
If they weren't
Oh.
dead, we wouldn't be here.
That's gonna cause a bit of a power vacuum.
Does that make up for the ship? Hey, the ship!
I mean, no, we're still gonna go out of business.
Well, why? You invented something incredible. It totally worked.
But it was all of our money.
How much money?
About 100,000 gold.
Oh,
Oh.
ooh, biting the finger. Ugh.
Ugh.
Can't cover that. We don't have that. Woo!
I don't suppose there's not any currently unused assets
Maybe
from
we
the
could
Ajera hand.
sell off a few things, or maybe make a deal with the Arcadian military. Might have some military applications, but
Oh, it absolutely would.
sort of defeats the reason why we wanted to create it. We don't want it to be a weapon.
I wouldn't really want it to be a weapon either.
Well, how about the Arcadian Academy? They'd probably have the resources to mass produce them.
No, they're still beholden to the government too. We don't get along with Arcadia mostly around here.
That's fair.
Arcadia's- Yeah. The 3 families who run Arcadia aren't really keen on letting us get a share of profits whenever we have a joint venture. But I don't know. He looked at the
Have
door.
you
No, go on. He just
have you considered partnering up with the Waldens?
the Waldens.
Uh,
I didn't think any were left alive.
Samuel Walden is, and he's actually almost in the same position. Well, he was recently in almost the same position as you were. Just sort of building back up.
I mean,
We
I don't
have
think
a Walden
he has,
engineer on the team, but
certainly
I thought
not
we
going to
dealt-
make up the money. He doesn't really have much of that, from what I remember.
I thought
But he
they
does have
firearms us.
ingenuity.
Well, the board's going to have to be informed of this anyway. If the Geras are gone, then we need to seize their assets. Did you find out what caused all this?
Yes.
Yes.
The Argera. Well, it was a mixture of different causes, really.
It was more like they took advantage of something that was already here.
Well, the taking advantage part was accidental on their part. They were trying to develop a virus that was basically, I believe, if I understand their notes correctly, mind control. And I pull out the notebook from.
Takes a look. He pulls it. He takes it from you and he starts flipping through it. Huh. Maybe might have to talk to this alchemy shop owner. Maybe track down this half-elven girl.
Ellen. Alan's like, might be difficult to track down.
Did you find anything else? So you found that they're the cause of all this. Is there
Yes.
any way to stop it?
Yes, we found an antidote and notes for creating more.
You found an antidote.
Yes.
Apparently,
Probably
they
should
had.
lead with that information.
Oh yes, sorry. There was a
That's it,
lot
that's it.
to
You
tell
have
you.
Have it with you. That's it. We could manufacture it here. We could
Yes.
make a deal with the city.
Oh, you absolutely could.
Oh my god.
We could sell it, but in a very, affordable way.
Oh yeah, the government will be paying for it. The other boards. I mean, things have been crazy the last hour and a half. The
Yeah, what's been happening? We
Do you-
saw the commotion.
screaming stopped for one, and some of the
Oh.
guards who were down there in the quarantine zone, they looked and said that everyone seemed to either be unconscious or seemed to be in a stupor, or waking up from a stupor. It seemed normal.
Oh.
Eyes weren't
That
red. And,
that does not mean, I'll point out, that they are free of the virus.
oh no, probably not. But whatever was causing them to go insane, it's gone.
Eh, I'm looking at Goff and sweating.
Goff is just standing there. He doesn't make any. He doesn't look at anything. He's probably sweating under his hood. He's just like.
Yeah, you have it in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
It does not evoke any. It has no influence over anything right now. It's just in the bag, and it can't make not things mad that don't have minds. So.
Yeah, it's in a little
It's in another dimension right now. That's why I was asking, because if it was still
Yes,
alive,
no, I specifically got it into another dimension as quickly as possible once we had it. I was like immediately into the bag. We are not having this fuck up anything else for the time being. Yeah, it was the first thing I fucking did.
Well, if you have it with you, I could. Dora wants to help me. We could go and see the board about this and wrap things up here. And,
He's talking about is he talking about the cure?
yeah.
The cure, yeah.
Oh. I pull out the I think there's like 3 doses left.
Yeah, there's 3 doses left.
I pull that out. I don't know how sturdy it is, but I'm holding it very
It's a
taut.
sturdy canister.
If there's anybody that needs it immediately, we have 3 doses left.
Well, with the amount that's left here, we need to reverse manufacture unless you have any sort of production notes.
Didn't we have
Yeah,
them?
We
I
have
gave
notes. Yeah, we have the recipe notes.
Oh, well, that changes things. You hand it over to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hand over the canister.
He starts flipping through it. I'm not a alchemist, but I do have a few on staff. Good ones. We'll look into it. There were a lot of infected, though. It might take a while to fully get them all.
Well, as long as it starts here, it's important.
Yeah. I'd say give us a couple of weeks. Maybe we could clean this whole thing up.
Is it
I'm gonna-
possible to maybe use the notes to, or ask your alchemist, I guess, if it's possible to use the notes to create an airborne version?
He flips through the notes. I'll have to ask him. I
I'm gonna-
don't know as much about that.
I'm gonna write "That's a virus" and point at it and show it to Ellen. Maybe tell them
Oh, well,
there's
no.
more of it. There's virus vats in the. That's why I'm trying to
Oh,
communicate.
yeah.
We should probably communicate. There's more of the virus in the
Right.
their vault.
And
They're-
since
they're deep
since the what's it called? Sorry. Since the I'm sorry,
Cure?
I'm just blanking. Since the cure is based, uses the
Virus.
bollocks. Thank you, I'm so sorry. Since the cure uses the virus as a base, you might need some more samples, and we do know that. We noticed that the Ojira Hand lab keeps a good amount of the virus,
Just if you need any
in their
additional-
vault.
Well,
If you needed any additional
evidence to prove that they were deep in the shit.
No, I'm gonna bring this to the board, and with Dora's testimony, we can, I'm sure, get a contingent of regulars down there, secure the vault, arrest anybody who's still alive down there, and of course the Highland Futures will be the first down there to pick off any useful leftover technology, but then the rest of the companies can have a crack at it, and we'll deal with it from there. But I think probably until everyone's fully vaccinated, I don't know if they're going to lift the quarantine until then, so it might be a couple of weeks until we start seeing regular patrols outside the city again with the regulars.
Ooh.
Ew.
Well, it's a start.
Dor walks over to you, Horaith, and he puts his hands on your shoulders. And he says, "You and your friends have done enough. Leave the rest to me."
Alright,
Well, do we want to head back to the inn? We did rent out rooms.
We did. I didn't really get to use them yet.
We paid an extra fee for Roscoe too. So, before we enter, Sissel, do you mind? And I gesture to all like the blood on all of us and the dirt.
Oh, I can help with prestidigitation.
If you say so, and then I, together with Hirai, prestidigitate all y'all.
Okay.
Because I remembered Burger Pants.
Oh yeah, Burger Pants.
I don't want to
Like
make his life hell.
germs. That's so thoughtful of you.
Okay, so you prestidigitate, the two of you combined prestidigitate all of the muck and grime away from you. And you're looking cleaner, but
But there are still portions of
Oh,
her clothing missing.
your
I'm
portions
gonna-
of your clothing that are beat up, you still have some bruises and scrapes.
I don't want to forget about this. At some point during this conversation, I'm gonna also hand over a satchel which has 22 virus pellets in it, or tablets.
Oh yeah.
Because I just
Oh,
have
yeah.
those, and I'm gonna make sure that it's known through writing or through someone else saying that these are virus, these are bad.
Oh yeah. And then
can be, yeah,
can be used as a base for the cure.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna also get those.
You turn that over to Wendell and Dor as they are starting to discuss the logistics of how to handle this cure.
I don't want to carry this anymore.
So they take it and handle it.
Okay.
I don't want these.
That's Goff. He just.
Yeah.
It's
Head
just.
back. You head
Yeah.
back to the company pub, and Muvik, the bartender, is still there. His head is down on the bar. He looks like he's sobbing a little bit.
Oh. That's how I feel in Twisted.
Oh, what's up? What's wrong?
As soon as he hears your voice, there's no one in the pub at this time of night. As soon as he hears your voice, he snaps to attention. He looks up at you, and he's got this big smile on his face, and his eyes are bloodshot, but you can tell that they're red from crying. He's like, "Welcome back, friends.
Are you okay?
I'm chipper as a woodchuck."
I don't. I think I can already tell that this is false, but I'm gonna do an insight check on that.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 19 plus
He
8.
looks like he's been crying for the last couple of minutes.
Oh.
If I look around, do I see anything that would have set him
No,
off?
there's no one in the pub right now.
There's
I'm gonna-
nothing exceptionally dirty in the pub.
I'm gonna try to gently place my hand on his arm.
Whatever could it be, friend? And he just looks up at you with this big grin. This big smile that's just a very fake smile.
I'm gonna kind of cock my head, come on.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's not something that I wanted to roll, but I guess I have to. Not. 14.
14. you see him staring up at you after a while, and after a moment, you see his eyes start to crease, and waterworks starting to form, and his mouth turns into a frown, and he just
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no.
What's wrong?
sorry, I really hate this job, but I can't get out. I'm in so much debt.
Who are you in debt to?
In debt to the Arcadia Hand Company.
Oh,
Well,
we,
I look back at
have
everybody.
Some news for you. You might not be in debt to them anymore.
Oh, why is that?
They're dead.
They're dead. How?
Well,
He's just like
Flight
you see,
accident.
snot coming down his nose a little bit.
Boat-related
Slight
accident.
boat-related
yeah,
accident.
Boating accident.
Here, make a persuasion check yourself.
Okay.
Please hurry.
Guys,
Outshine my feeble attempts.
I got this. That that is a 29.
Woo! Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my god.
Oh, I
he looks
love
at Muvik looks at you, and he's just got tears streaming down his face. He's got a little kind of a snot bubble. And you mean it? They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They're super gone.
Also, I think they might be found guilty of criminal
Guilty
activity
of-
soon, so all their assets are soon to be seized anyway, so you're probably not going to be in debt.
Whoever, I mean, if we can speak to the people that might be able to take your debt, and we can see about doing something about that.
I can put in a good word for you.
You were very helpful to
I'm
us.
just so happy.
Oh,
He goes under the bar and he pulls out a bunch of like bottles of alcohol and liquor and stuff. Here, it's on the house.
Oh.
He pulls his tie off and he throws it on the ground. He's like, I'm quitting. I'm getting out of this town. I'm gonna go and follow my dreams.
That's the
what are your
spirit.
dreams?
But
I'm gonna
be careful when you're going around because there's an orc horde up and about.
I'm gonna be a sailor.
Oh.
Oh,
Go out to the port.
Good for you.
I'm so
I was-
happy.
Oh.
And
Goff
he
looks
just-
a little concerned about
he
mentioning
wipes
being a
his-
sailor, but
He wipes the tears from his eyes and he's just slowly, thank you. And he walks out of the bar.
before he leaves, I'm gonna hold up my hand to him, like I'm gonna give him something, and I'm gonna give him 10 gold.
Oh,
Aww.
Aw, for the road.
thank you, large friend.
I pat him on the head.
And he just walks out. And now you're alone in the company pub with all of this top shelf alcohol.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah!
I'm just like looking at the alcohol, and then I look at everybody else, and I go, "Did we just get a pub?"
did we just get a second pub?
Are we opening a chain now?
I feel like we could open a chain.
What? Who's gonna run it?
Dapper
We can hire people. We are richer
You
than
have two
God.
bartenders.
We're not richer than God. Don't say stuff like that. That'll get us in trouble. That the karma will come back to us if you yell
You do
things.
have
like
two
that.
tavern keeps.
I guess so. Yeah. We could.
We have money, but we're already paying a lot to manage the one that we have. Goff
Yeah.
just looks like he wants to go to bed.
I mean, no, we could go to bed. I'm taking some of this alcohol. I'm gonna take the most expensive whiskey I can find.
I'm gonna help her look for it.
You find a few bottles of Grey Brew Vintage,
Oh hell yeah!
a few bottles of Cerulean Honey Mead.
Mmm, good stuff.
I'm gonna take a bottle of something for the road.
I'm actually too tired to drink this right now, but I'm just going to pocket. I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Is there-
Kiraith shoves an entire bottle of wine in her back pocket that's just
Yeah.
sticking out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all retire to your rooms for the evening.
Yeah, we are gonna conk out.
and
Oh, yeah.
exhausted from this harrowing day's events. And that is where we're going to call the session.
Yay!
Yay!
How exciting and
So
how
that worked
terrifying.
weird.
Oh my god, that last fight was so scary, but it was really
Oh my
cool.
god,
my
I
God.
thought it was gonna be
It was
too
all
much.
in the rolls.
I
I
was,
did not get a
Oh,
lot of
man.
disintegration rays.
well, I also was rolling very bad, which was not fun.
Coles was basically like a cowboy shooting at my feet. He was just like constantly blasting lasers at me, and
I mean, beholders are very smart creatures, and so they basically
Right.
sized all of you up. They knew, like, okay, that's a rogue. They're not going to use
Right.
dexterity based rays against it. That's a cleric. I'm not going to use wisdom based rays against it. So they kind of, excuse me, they tried to focus on what would be weak.
Yeah, I got nailed by a couple of those.
I mean, Ellen very nearly died.
Yeah,
Again.
Ellen-
It was like
Oh,
within
God.
1 or 2 points.
Just like, oh
It
man,
was.
are
It
we
was.
gonna
It
have...
was.
If I rolled, if I rolled
health.
4 points more, or no, 3 points more,
Yeah.
she would have been stone cold dead because that was an insta kill ray.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I had Ray's dead, but
wasn't she all?
we would have
didn't
had to
she-
talk to our old man again.
It was it was the death ray. It wasn't the disintegration ray.
wasn't it Ellen who died like the first time?
Yeah.
also?
Yeah.
it
Ellen.
was.
We're
And
gonna have
Goff
to keep.
almost got nailed by the.
Yeah.
Goff kept just dodging the disintegration beams.
I-
Goff was just
I have
dodging.
no modifier and
disintegration beams,
concentrating
flipping the
dexterity.
bird.
No, I don't have any dexterity modifier. I just got really fucking lucky.
Yeah,
And
you got
God,
really lucky because if you had taken, like, if that had dropped you to 0, you would have.
If I had gotten
a
hit by
pile
one
of
more
ash.
ray than I did, I would have been. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what I would have done with my spells, but
Right.
yeah.
You
That
would
was
have
real
been,
rough.
You would have been Ash, which
Oh,
I don't know
man.
how you guys would deal with that.
Badly.
So, any clerics in your employ, Mr. Steel Song?
Well, no, like Goff would have been dust. You would have had to find someone with a.
No, that's why I said Mr. Steel Song.
Yeah, you have to
And
find like a really
have
high.
any level 20 clerics.
Yeah, you'd
with
have
you?
to find a level 20 cleric with like true.
That would have
wisdom.
been really
You would have
upsetting
to-
if
you
Goff
could
had
go
died.
to Alonzo, maybe. He might be able to do it.
Alonzo. Yeah, Alonzo would have had it.
Someone in Avondale or Arcadia, or like the
But-
what's the Temple of Pelor or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the Soothing Hands.
Soothing
Someone probably
Hand.
in there could do it.
I don't think they're that high. I think
Oh,
Alonzo definitely would have had it. But the problem would have been less him casting the spell because he would have been happy to do it. The problem would have
It's
been
gambling
obtaining-
with.
no,
yeah.
obtaining, no, not even that. Obtaining all of the diamonds you needed to
Yeah.
consume in the spell.
don't you only need one?
No, you need
No, you-
50,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I
50,000
remembered
or
that.
5,000. Let me look that up again.
It was a lot. I remember
A lot.
them. I remember them talking about it when they were trying to resurrect Vax.
Yeah, and then
disintegration.
Vax was a revenant, and then they didn't have to.
Even if you have the money, it would have been a matter of can you find that many diamonds?
It would have changed the course of things a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, our healer just died.
There goes your arc. No, I'm kidding.
And we're all really upset
That
about
would
it.
have been really sad.
That would have been. I would have been extremely
25,000
bummed.
gold worth of diamonds. Okay.
Whew.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
boy,
would have
howdy.
chipped in a little bit. But yeah, so here I
But what
am now.
happens to the? What would have happened to the animals in his beard if he died?
They would have poofed out and been fine. They would have just been on the ground.
Roscoe would be so upset.
Roscoe
though.
would be devastated.
Oh.
I have a whole plan for like if Goff dies and you have to pay the toll, like Roscoe has a specific thing he's gonna do.
Well, I'm making. I really have no plan to die, so I hope we don't have to see that happen.
I mean, neither
Stay
did
safe.
Ellen.
Well,
None of you I mean, this was a hard fight. None of you even rolled a death saving throw. So
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
were
death
very
saving throws
lucky.
wouldn't have happened anyway.
If
You got
those
lucky.
like wyvern riders had been shooting at us rather
Yeah, it
than
would've
the
been a different
crystals,
story.
it probably would have been different.
Yeah, when the Wyvern Rider showed up, I was like, oh god, oh
and
god.
Ilaria focused a lot on. She didn't do much. On it.
I mean, she was debuffing a lot. Yeah.
She could. I mean, she did a hold person. I think she did a flame strike at one point, but she had some nasty things in her repertoire that she just didn't use because she either was focusing on the crystal or doing other stuff. She
Or-
kept getting knocked off. That was another thing.
Yeah.
She can't splooge forever.
You gotta
No.
stop saying
I'm sorry.
that.
Just
Oh,
keeps
don't
happening.
forget to raise your maximum on your spell points because it's 64 now, I think,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
got
at level
Oh.
10.
Oh, not 84.
My rogue spells.
Yeah, Ellen with 1,000,000 feats. Look at you with 81 hit points.
Yeah. Finally.
Oh man, how many spell points do I have now? I need to
Well,
go back
I
and
only
look at
have.
that thing.
Alan only has 2 feats, really.
Don't forget to refill your
Sharpshooter
stuff.
and
Tough,
I have
and
64
tough.
now.
Yeah.
tough. Instant 20 hit points.
Thank you. And she needed them.
Those were retroactive, right?
That's
Yeah.
why the 20 hit. But you gain 2 hit points for every level. You immediately gain twice your current level in hit points, and then every subsequent level you gain an additional 2 hit points. The tough is a really good feat. But yeah, so that's
Kitty.
our game for the night. Hirai's got a lot of fun little presents.
I am so excited about all these cool new things I can
2d8
do.
plus 4. I'm gonna recharge my stuff too.
Oh, do you guys wanna know
Please.
some of the stuff I can do?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can basically like as a bonus action, I can sing like those songs that either raise people's chance to hit or raise people's AC by 1. I can just they last for the whole turn, but I have to use my bonus action to do them, and I can do it pretty much whenever I want as long as I spend the bonus action. And then if I do it twice, and if I get 2 charges of it, I can either do this thing where I summon the spirits, and that these things cost spell slots though. I summon the spirits, and I can use like a spell slot of a higher rank to get lots and lots of attacks, or I can like do this inspiration thing where I can basically like inspire everybody at once.
It's an AoE inspiration.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I can just
wow.
like I can blow all of my inspirations at once and like and get everybody inspired. Be
Yeah.
very strong.
That's hella
It's
rad.
And
it actually exceeds your maximum by 1. Too.
Yeah, I can like inspire 5 people at once if I wanted, and I can also inspire myself when I do that.
Yeah.
Which I can't usually do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's basically like a chanter from Pillars of Eternity, where you kind of basically build up charges and then excuse me, you spend those charges.
The Hiraeth ult.
The
Basically.
That's
spirit's
really cool.
the spirit song's really good because it deals with a first level spell slot. It deals 3d8 damage, and then for every spell slot above first, you increase the damage by 2d8.
Yeah.
So by
Holy
5th level,
fuck.
you're doing 11d8. You're basically doing an 11d8 nuke. And
Holy shit.
Oh
I think-
man.
by if you if you ever blow like a 9th level spell on it, you're doing like a shitload of damage.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice, nice.
you'd end up doing like 19d8.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
And also, my instrument is like one of like 7 like legendary instruments in the world, and they like all of them can do certain spells, but mine can do like
I made you a custom instrument of the bard, basically.
yeah.
The rad as hell. Alright, I'm gonna
So-
stop recording.
Sick.
So